Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Slices and Dices, your favorite ticket aboard the train of RPGs and all of these wonderful people who are your, wonderful passengers. Tonight, we are playing Call of Cthulhu, Children of Fear, although we're taking a little bit of a detour, as certain things have happened in this campaign, and when aboard a train, well, we'll see what happens. I am Jonathan, your keeper tonight, and I am joined by these wonderful, intrepid investigators. And starting from the side, my left or my right, that will be Chris. Yeah, that'll be Chris and Vanessa. Why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us who you're playing?
I'm Vanessa, and I am playing Dr. Eleanor Lockhart, an archaeology professor and now investigator. And this is my husband.
Hello, I am Charles Lockhart, diplomat to China from the United States of America, originally from Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, that's me. I am a smooth talking, fast paced kind of guy. Yeah.
All right. Moving right along, we've got Matt.
Hey folks, I'm Matt. I'm playing Sofian Bazaz-Wain, journalist, or I should say photojournalist, adventurer, travel logger, I guess, and effete man about town. There we go. I'm done.
And recently conquering one of his few fears.
And just open for many more, honestly.
Oh, we got more. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What the?
I mean, this is the Children of Fear.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, are we the children? I guess we are the children of fear. So there we go.
We are.
Are
we? We are the scary
Yeah.
children. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Moving right along, we got Sarah.
Hello, I am Sarah. I am playing Chang Mei, graduate student, linguist, and assistant to Dr. Lockhart. Soft-spoken, but with a keen mind and a keener eye.
Indeed. And finally, last and certainly not least, we've got Talron pulling up the caboose.
Hello, I am Tauron, and I am playing as the monster-punching Timur Stepanovich Repin, who's basically just a Russian refugee who has a love for art history and is basically an associate with Miss Chang and Dr. Lockhart.
Indeed. And
Timur, Fists of Fury, Repin.
Right.
Can we just for once, before we start, can we just have Scepter? Can you just do me a favor? Can you just say, "I must break you"? Please, just say it for me.
I must break you.
Perfect. Oh, my life is fulfilled.
Beautiful.
Iron.
all right. Now, let's get this road on the show.
It's good.
Current date is sometime in early March 1923. When we last left our intrepid investigators, we were in the city of Peshawar, where they were attempting to obtain a set of 7 ritual bowls to help in the future ritual to seal the gates of Agartha and lock away the King of Fear. Now, these bowls were once owned by Padma Sambhava, a legendary Buddhist monk, and were eventually found on display several centuries later in Peshawar Museum. After speaking with the deputy curator / superintendent, Suraj Dar, they learned that the bowls were on loan from one Robert Moorcroft, the amateur archaeologist who found them in, I believe it was in the valley whose name escapes me. But it was by Lake Danakosha. Upon speaking with Moorcroft in his home, they were able to convince him to allow a closer viewing of the bowls on the following morning. Later, as the investigators took their rest in a hotel, They were suddenly attacked in the night by strange assailants armed with swords. Although very real and lifelike and dangerous, they were as thin as paper from the side. Shaken but still surviving this attack, the investigators met Moorcroft at the Peshawar Museum the next morning for their viewing. With some carefully chosen words mixed with elements of truth, the investigators convinced Moorcroft and Deputy Curator Dar to grant them the bulls on loan, in order for them to be properly identified and catalogued. Successful on their first mission, unfortunately, the investigators discovered that the express train to their next location, Rajgir by way of Patna, had just left. Though there were other trains, they would be extremely crowded and unpleasant, as well as offering opportunity for their precious cargo to be stolen or misplaced, or worse, broken. As such, they stayed one more night, surviving a second attack from the walking portraits, who used a mortally wounded Russian man as their way in. Once again defeating the assailants, which included a tiger as well as a camel. Chang Mei noticed a strange figure on a faraway rooftop watching the fight, who signaled that he was keeping his eye on the investigators. The following morning, eager not to risk a third night of being attacked by artwork, the investigators headed to Peshawar Station and bought tickets up towards Patna aboard a train known as the Calcutta Express. And so, you traveled from Peshawar to Rawalpindi, through Lahore. You didn't even stop in those cities, but you had, of course, stopped in New Delhi, one of the largest cities in India. Now, unfortunately for your trip, you were only able to secure the second class compartments, which are bunk beds essentially, two for a room. And I will show you now the Calcutta Express, which is an experimental soft launch of trains in India modeled after the Orient
Nice.
Express from fame from Compagnie Internationale de Wagons or CIWL. Now, before I continue, this map is an amalgamation of elements from Roll20 itself, 2-Minute Tabletop, and a user on Reddit named Jack, who was who was generous enough to share for the rest of the internet their incarnate link, and with a little bit of touching up here and there, we have this beautiful
Nice.
train.
Thank you, Jack. Honestly.
Love it.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Yes.
Look at Jesus, man. Look at all these cars. Good God.
It's a big train, man.
No, I just like the maps are. Good job, Jonathan. Like, hell yeah.
We're going to be spending.
Makes me want to make a train map.
Personally, I've been waiting to do a train thing for so long.
Noise.
But as you can see, there's the locomotive up top. Going down one, there is the Calais coach, followed by the salon car, complete with piano, lounging area, and beverage bar. There's a restaurant car past that, and then the cargo and baggage car, followed by not a caboose as we would be familiar with in American trains. For European and British style trains, they have something called a brake van. Slightly smaller in design, as brake vans would often be placed at the rear as well as the front of the train. American trains, I believe, actually integrate the braking mechanism in the front along with the locomotive. It's an interesting design choice, and of course, trains now do not have this. But each of you were assigned to rooms 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10 and 11. You may orient yourselves however you wish there for now. On this first night, the passenger is a very mild-mannered British man who is a merchant / bureaucrat. His name is Ted Rogers, and he's not very interesting.
Who is Ted Rogers?
He is the 8th person that is sleeping in one of the beds of the
Okay.
second class compartments.
Gotcha. Chang Mei, being a young lady, is definitely not sharing a compartment with a strange man.
hmm
I think she's gonna go with Tenzin, the monk. I feel like that is the person she probably most trusts to share a room with her because he is a monk.
Yes, and during that time, Tenzin does begin to instruct you on what you had requested, which is how to learn to harness the inner powers and energies of oneself to externalize those forces into tangible effects upon the physical world. Read that as magic.
Magic.
It is initially simply just sitting with him and meditating, and he emphasizes the importance of the circle and breathing in and breathing out. It will take some time in meditation, but go ahead and roll me a POW check.
Ready?
All of us?
Character sheet. No, just
Just Chang Mei.
Just Chang Mei? Okay.
hard success,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. So you begin to key into Tenzin's teachings, and while you're still on your journey to learning, it is a good first several steps. And something about this exercise, well, how does it feel, Chang Mei?
I think that she's been feeling a little bit scattered with all of the strange things that they have been witnessing, and through practicing this with Tenzin, she is starting to feel more centered and grounded again, and sort of coming back to the calm that has usually defined her personality. She's been feeling a little bit frazzled, and she's starting to feel more connected to herself again.
Fantastic. So, the night passes as day, and I must, of course, this is called Cthulhu, although it's known as Cuisine of Cthulhu. I must tell you what you had for dinner.
Here we go. Here we go.
See, as this train is meant to emulate the famed Orient Expresses from Europe, they did their best to even provide the same dinner that was first served upon the Orient Express, which was oysters, soup with Italian pasta, turbot with green sauce, chicken a la chaussure, filet of beef with chateau potatoes, chaudfroid of game animals, lettuce, chocolate pudding, and a buffet of desserts.
Thanks.
And
Decadent.
you would have all been in this restaurant car. Now, as you've been riding on this train for a day, you of course would have met the conductor, who's the main individual who is traveling up and down the car, attending to your, listening to your needs, and if there's anything he can get you, telling you about this train. There's of course a cook, a bartender, and a waiter. Now, this man introduces himself as... Where are you? He
Should
is
we put
conductor.
ourselves in the cafe car?
It's all right. By the way, Sofian, do please update your health,
Oh,
as you have been healed by Tenzin as of
Thank
last
God.
episode.
thank God for Tenzin.
But yes, this has been shown.
Oh,
This is conductor Patrick Moore. He is a gentleman in his, I believe, late 50s, almost 60. Seems to be nearing retirement age, but still has a bit of a robustness and strength to him. And seems very much enjoying the honor of overseeing the Calcutta Express's first runs across this line. Now, just a couple more fun facts about this because this is actually, we're in 1920s India, and this is really a train route that goes from Peshawar to Calcutta. It's called the Delhi Howrah line. And your trip will take you from Peshawar to a station called, oh boy, Bhakti-Yarpur, just past Patna. And then from there, you'll take the Bhakti-Yarpur Bihar Light Railway for 2 to 3 hours to arrive in Rajgir. Here are those names. Going into roll 20.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Nice.
And so, you arrive in New Delhi. The train stops for a good hour or so to allow passengers to disembark, take their luggage. You can stretch your legs a little bit in the station. There are some souvenirs and such like that. But a new set of passengers come in. And once they settle, you're on the way. And of course, you can be, once the train takes off, where would you be? Going down the
What time of
line.
day is it?
It will be sometime in the midday. Midday, like maybe just past 1 o'clock.
I think I am reading a book in the salon car.
Okay.
Something
So
missing.
I will also reveal so you don't end up taking someone's seat.
Oh, good call.
The other people on this train.
Camera turned off again.
Oh,
It didn't screw up our Zoom windows. That's nice.
yeah, it did not.
I think it's because they're still technically here. They haven't left the Zoom
They
itself.
didn't drop. It just turned.
Correct. The video just.
Yeah.
There we
the
go.
Video
All good.
keeps
You guys are doing great.
always something.
So, Chang Mei, you are in the salon, and you may take one of the other 3 seats.
There we go.
All right. Sofian, where might you be?
I think.
Someone's already playing.
I'm just looking at all the other cars. I think Sofian would be in the restaurant car.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. And you see these 2 individuals.
This
So
guy.
go ahead and drag yourself over.
This person and
there.
this person. Yeah, I think I'd probably be
Yes.
like close to them, maybe like sitting behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And
sort of
you
bringing the
notice
waiter
that-
over and having a bowl of. There was a soup. There was a bowl of soup, I think.
Yes. Soup with Italian pasta.
Ah, yes, yes. I think I'd be dying for that.
A hot steaming bowl of soup is brought to you, and you see that on the other table nearby is a man and a woman, roughly in the late 20s and early 30s, maybe mid 30s for the man, and they're dressed very finely. They sit with posture and poise,
Okay.
and they are speaking in a language I believe you do not understand.
I would assume not.
Um,
I'll tell you what
would you
my
like to-
languages are.
Mhm.
Yeah, my languages are English, French, and Hindustani.
You know what? Go ahead and give me a education roll.
Okay, that I can do.
Education?
Education. Bow.
Okay.
Noise.
Ooh.
So
Smarty
it's because-
pants.
hard success. All right. So you do recognize that these 2 are speaking Hungarian,
They're definitely the murderers.
or at
Just
least
saying it right now.
something
Calling
in
it.
the
Calling it right now.
in the Eastern European, like Slavic
In
region
this
area.
in the Slavic language family, yeah.
Yes. All right. So Chang Mei, you are in this part of the salon car, and you see sitting diagonally from you, sort of just writing in a journal, is a British Army officer. He's wearing gloves. He is very finely dressed. He has a hat on, He has actually taken his hat off, excuse me, and he's currently just writing in a small book. Seems to be reviewing some sort of notes. And then, let's see, who else is next? Charles, where might, not Charles, Dr. Lockhart, where might you be?
I think also in the salon car.
Okay. There's a couple of tables, there's a couple of open chairs still. Okay, will you be sitting in one of the green chairs?
Yes.
Okay. Take your pick.
I imagine that Chang Mei has a fairly large stack of books and manuscripts on this little table here that she's
Yeah.
kind of flipping in between, just, catching up on her research.
Mm-hmm. And Dr.
Looking for
Lockhart,
anything that might help them when they get where they're going.
of course. And there's also a bartender here, so if you wish to have a drink or something, you may purchase a drink. They have alcohol as well as colas and juices and tea and such like that. It's almost like you're inside of a restaurant that is moving. Dr. Lockhart, yes, you see this British Army officer. You can tell he's an officer due to the insignias on his jacket. And you see to your right there is there's a man in his like late 20s, like early 30s maybe, and he seems to just be sipping from a glass of some dark liquid and just glancing about. Yeah.
I am having a cup of tea and
Mhm.
rereading the Travels of Marco Polo while people watching out of the corner of my eye.
Yes, and while you're people watching, you do see that there is you had to have gone through the right side of this car in order to have gotten where you are. You would have noticed that there's a beautiful young woman at the piano who is playing the keys, and sitting nearby watching is a Chinese man. There's also another Caucasian gentleman sitting on the green couch, and then there are two individuals. One who is European and the other Indian, conversing quietly at the bar. Timur, where might you be?
I think I'll be in the probably in the salon car as well.
Okay.
Over at the beverage bar, actually.
All right.
Just
I'll be right there, Timur. Don't you worry.
I imagine he's
Charles at the bar.
being a little
Me at a
somber
bar?
for a moment. I like to imagine he's probably being a little somber right now,
Mm-hmm.
having like a small glass of like maybe like whiskey, just staring at it, swishing it in circles, lost in thought, basically.
A Russian drinking whiskey? How dare you.
I don't know any other drinks. Oh wait, vodka.
There we go, baby.
There you
go.
Timur,
I'm
you
Fit
have
that trope.
vodka.
Fit that trope.
I'm. Yeah, it's a thing of vodka.
Yeah, so as you're just switching and then you take a drink, you just see the bartender just go, a penny for your thoughts, huh? And just pours you some more vodka. You look like you need it.
It'd be one of those times.
Well, sit back and relax. You're on the Calcutta Express. This is the premier way to travel. Anything you need, just let me know.
I'd appreciate.
Okay.
Good sir.
Demyan goes and gets a drink, vodka as well, and sits in like this table and just watches the piano playing. And Sofian, you get to see Tenzin emerge into the restaurant car and attempts to
Nice.
order food.
Yes.
Does he ask for a peach?
Yeah.
Yes, he asks, is like, excuse me, can I have a peach, please? And the waiter says, I'm sorry, sir, we don't we don't have peaches today, but we do have fresh apples and it's like, and he says, what? There was that soup that was delightful. Can I have the soup? And the waiter just goes, yes, we will bring you that right away. And just you see Tenzin delightedly like looking at the bowl and the cutlery, and just promptly picks up the bowl and tilts the liquid into his mouth.
Yes.
I just look over at Tenzin. I'm just like, never mind.
Tenzin sees you and just says, "It's delicious."
Yes, yes, it is. Yes. I'm having a splash moment right now. Is he going to get a lobster and just eat it as is?
Vegetarian. He is Buddhist, so vegetarian.
That's true. Fair.
And finally, Charles, you walk into the bar. We walk into the salon bar.
Definitely gonna go up to the bar.
And go ahead and bring yourself over. You see Timur sitting there, and you also see two other individuals.
Which way would I come into the car?
You would come in from the right side of the map.
Okay, great. So I'll take a second and kind of stand here, listening to the lovely piano playing. What is she playing right now?
She is playing.
Excuse me.
No, she.
Oh, she. That's what I thought. Okay.
She is playing. Here's where I don't know piano. She is playing. She's playing Chopin.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And actually, Charles, go ahead and give me a. This is interesting. Go ahead and give me. I think history is the one for this.
Okay.
Yeah, give me.
Classes before I played.
Give me history.
Hey, let's go.
Nice.
Success, Charles. Mr. American, right here. You recognize this woman. She is an actress from the States, and her name is Christine Hewitt.
Look up, she's not Vera. I was
Ooh.
wondering.
Oh.
Pretty.
She is she
real
a film
pretty.
star or is she a theater performer?
Theater, but rumor has it she is trying to break into film, and
Great.
she may even
So she's
be.
Broadway. She's a Broadway
Yes.
star.
Yes, and she
Would I have
is.
seen her in anything, John?
I
On
think
one
you
of my
would.
trips down to New York.
I think you would have. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 1920s. What would have been good on Broadway right now? Hold on.
Google.
Anything goes.
Go Google.
I'm going real quick. I just need a show.
Showboat.
No, Nanette.
No, Nanette. I was gonna
Showboat.
say Showboat. No, Nanette.
Shuffle along.
Yep.
Shuffle along. No, Nanette.
I like Happy End by Elizabeth Hauptman.
Yeah, let's
The
do
Cabaret
Happy
Girl. Or Lady Be Good.
Lady Be Good by Guy
Oh,
Bolton.
Lady Be Good.
That's actually probably good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christine Hewitt. Okay.
It's George
Is she a
Gershwin.
Winfield girl?
Hell yeah.
No, she's a Gershwin girl.
Yeah. 1924. It was first presented on Broadway in 1924. Look at that.
There you go.
Let's go.
No.
Perfect.
Actually, would not have happened yet because we're in
God.
1923.
Damn it! No, it's 1924. It says in the map.
No, we are currently in
We are
1923.
in 1923.
Oh, we.
Okay, hold on.
It's in-
Let me look at
I'm just gonna say. What was the other one that we said?
I said Ziegfeld Follies.
Oh, Follies. Yeah, we could say Follies.
the Cabaret Girl, Shuffle Along, Sally.
1923 Broadway.
So I notice her, and I gracefully walk up and subtly lean over and say, whisper into her ear, I say, I loved you in Follies last year. Beautiful playing. And continue on towards the bar.
She just watches she sort of pauses to sing and says, "Thank you, darling," and just seamlessly goes back to her song. And you
As I get to the
and you-
corner of the bar, I look over towards my wife and I go, Follies. Follies.
Mhm.
And she's reading very happily. I walk up to the bar and I ask the bartender, uh, what's the bartender's name? I asked him, hey, buddy, what's your name?
David.
David. Wonderful. Hello,
I'm
David.
sorry. That's,
You, David.
I don't know why that was so funny.
You, David.
You, David. Well, David, it's a pleasure to meet. David, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Charles Lockhart. If you could do me the largest favor in the world and get me a uh, what single malt whiskeys have you got back there?
Well, man, you're testing my knowledge right now.
Google's your friend.
I
Google's
gave
your
you
friend.
one, John. I gave you
I know.
one. And,
I know, but I gotta have 3, right? Well, we've got some stuff here and there, but we did pack along some Tobamori.
Charles's eyebrows raise, and he goes, 2 fingers neat, please.
You got it. And
With a little water on the side, if you wouldn't mind. And David, do you have any papers from the United States of America, preferably the Boston area?
what is the Boston newspaper?
Boston Globe.
Globe. There we go. Right. Okay. Chicago Sun.
Chicago
Is-
Sun-Times, yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That was for John because I don't know newspapers. Yeah, we've got. Let's see. We got the. Go ahead and roll me luck. Actually,
Luck? Okay, hang on one sec.
roll me luck.
Oh.
I can't stand luck.
Nope.
Oh.
You know what? That's close enough.
Yeah, let's go.
David says. Well, it's not. We haven't been. This won't be up to date, but we do have an old copy of the Globe, and here with
Boston
this
Globe.
Boston Globe.
Please, thank you. Yes, very much.
Talking of all these New York Times.
Wouldn't. Well, is it the Sunday?
There's a Sunday.
I'll take that too, thank you. And I wait for my drink.
Yep. He gets that for you. 2 fingers neat, and also the water on the side. A little bit of water.
I take the water. I do. I pick up the glass. I sniff it, and I say, "Hold on one second." To old friends, I'll say that. To old friends, and I'll sip it and put it down, and then put about 3 drops of water in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Timur.
Tima,
Does
what do you think? Cheers, buddy.
He's right next to you.
Cheers.
You ready for a nice long trip on this lovely locomotive?
I mean, by definition, what is a nice trip?
Yes. Well, in comparison to what we've been on, I guess it is relatively quick, isn't it?
I suppose. Just feels like everywhere we go as of late, just feels like there's never a time for pleasantries.
Well, we should enjoy the time that we get to be able to have some of that now, shouldn't we? This is a civilized train car. Look at all these people around here. There is nothing to worry about, and only ourselves to enjoy. To you, my friend. To a nice, safe, quick trip.
I can drink to that.
So, I've been meaning to ask you.
Hmm?
Those fists of yours. Where
Yeah.
did you learn to use them in such a way? I trust me, I grew up in the city, I get it. But my God, man, they're like oven mitts. You take things and you hit them hot.
As I tell you, it'd be a crazy story.
I mean, I'm all for crazy, Tima, and we got plenty of time. But if it's too sensitive a subject, we can
I mean,
talk about it later.
I mean, I'm willing to talk, just not sure how I feel about being in crowds.
Fair. Let's hold on to that for a little while. Man, this Tobimori is very good. I have to admit, I'm surprised they had it. It's one of my favorite scotches. Reminds me of a dear friend of mine.
Really? A rare
Mhm.
taste?
Yes, yeah, here you go. I hand it to
Oh.
him.
Taking a whiff of it.
A little
Hmm.
smoky, a little sweet,
Yeah.
golden in color.
That's... You actually got color in it.
Don't worry, it wasn't made in no bathtub.
What?
That good, huh, Tima? That's what I tell you. Put a hand right on your chest, buddy. Take a big sip and put the glass down. Certainly is no vodka.
I got a bathtub?
What?
I'm sorry, a bathtub? What?
Yeah, you know how we do in the United States. Sometimes, people want to, make stuff at their homes when, the government doesn't let you do certain things.
Is that normal in the States?
Is that this time? Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so, right? Just
1920s
about
and yeah, Prohibition. Good note for Call of Cthulhu. Like pretty much every single Call of Cthulhu game set in this era, Prohibition era.
Yep.
Nah.
At the current time, yes. That's why it's nice to be abroad. Me as a diplomat, I've never really had to deal with that too much. Being a part of the government does have its perks.
Perks, you say? What kind
Yeah,
of
I
perks?
can drink.
Oh, well, yeah. Ugh. Ugh. I'm really sure, not gonna lie, I'm still wondering if I'm ever gonna be able to make it to America at this rate. I mean, I hear some interesting tales, but, sounds a
If you
little...
ever find yourself in Boston, Tima, you come and visit me. Just let me know. Eleanor and I'll take you and we'll show you around town. Who knows? Maybe even take you to DC and show you some of my, connections. But honestly, I haven't been back in a long time either. Being a
Boston.
diplomat over here in the Far East, you know.
Hmm. You know what?
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna...
and
I'm gonna...
and Eleanor, obviously, she's she's got toys here. She wants to make sure that her teaching is all up to snuff. She's got to be able to make sure things are going well.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna
I
hold
don't,
on
but
to
you
you
gotta tell me what.
I will hold on. I'll hold you to all the pleasantries.
You're welcome. You're welcome to it, my friend. Whenever you're in that state, you better call me. If you don't call me, I'm gonna be angry. And the next time I see you, I'm gonna give you a punch in your arm. I'm gonna say, Tima, I heard you were in the United States and you didn't fucking call me. What's your goddamn problem, Tima? Now, granted, I understand phones are a rarity, so send me a fucking telegram or something and just say, hey, I'm coming.
And that is quite a mouth. And that is quite a mouthful, but
Sorry, the scotch is getting in me. I'm sorry.
I feel like he gets a little loud and May just sort of looks up from her book, looks at Eleanor, and then just looks back at her book again.
And they share a smirk.
Yeah, I have I'm gonna punch you in the ass.
oh god.
I'm going to get up and walk over to the bar.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Eleanor. They have topamori. Would you like some?
Oh yes, just in my teacup.
I just take my glass and go. Just give her a little.
Yep.
Oh, as the Scots say, a wee dram.
Mm-hmm.
Swish it around. Delightful.
Alcohol in a teacup.
Oh yeah.
We are living in crazy times.
Well, that's how they had to do it in America during Prohibition.
That's right. Boozy tea, Tima. That's how we get away with things like that.
Boozy tea.
Yeah,
Upper and a downer.
I don't.
bingo.
I
You
don't
can
think
party
the.
all night on a black tea with gin, my friend. Trust me.
I don't think the Europeans will appreciate. Or am I thinking of something else?
No. I hear the. I haven't had it yet. I should get one while we're here. The chai is supposed to be very good, from
Chai.
what I understand. Yeah, chai tea. That's what they call it here.
Hmm.
What?
Maybe just shy.
Chai.
Timur, give me a listen check real quick.
Oh. Da, 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 da.
Because I think this is funny.
Nice.
Fine. You hear a mutter somewhere. You don't know where it's coming from, but you swear it's just like it's chai tea. It's just chai, not chai tea. Chai tea.
Chai. Cha.
Exactly.
Cha. Cha. Che.
You're not sure where it came from because like the train car moving around and stuff like that. It is a smooth car, but still there's a little bit of a ambient
Yeah.
noise. However, Charles and Eleanor and Timur, you notice as a figure approaches and says, "Well, Charles, you better put those fisticuffs away, otherwise they'll come out from Shanghai and put us all in that paddy wagon." I don't know what that was. That
Yeah, bibbidi bonus.
I'm
Pretty
searching.
good.
I'm searching for it. And as you all
Your O's
turn
and your
around, you
R's,
see.
that's all you got to remember.
I'm looking for it. As you all turn around, you see that there's this gentleman walking towards you, and he says, "Ah, Charles, old friends being made over old Tobermory. Delightful, just like old times, huh?" And you see,
My jaw hits the floor as I put down the glass.
this man.
Nice. Good mustache.
You would
That is-
Eleanor would recognize him immediately. By the way, that tie is blue. It's a blue tart.
Mm-hmm.
And I put the glass down. I move my wife and Timur out of the way, and
Oh
I
God.
give him a massive, massive hug. And as I give him a hug, I come back from it. I go for a handshake,
Mm-hmm.
and I whisper something into his ear.
Okay. Would you like to say what is whispered, or no?
I'll let the others try and hear it. It's not meant to
Sure.
be heard.
I'm too far
That
away.
is true.
Which is
He does. Yeah, he gives you the hug, and it's an earnest one. You see these. It is a big hug, and gives you the handshake, and he responds, and it is correct. Eleanor and Timur, if you'd like to listen into this whisper, you may roll a listen check. Otherwise, you can respect their privacy.
Yeah. I don't hear anything.
Oh no.
All right.
Great. I smile like you guys have never seen me smile. I look to Eleanor and I say, Fergus, my dear friend, you remember my lovely wife, Eleanor. Eleanor, you of course remember Fergus.
Of course.
Eleanor.
Sure, yes. Yes, I am. What are you doing here? I would do the kiss
Mhm.
greeting.
Yes. Well, the last time I saw the two of you was it Shanghai? I think.
The old stomping
Right.
grounds, my friend, if you do recall.
I do recall. And I'm not keen on going back, are we?
Anytime soon. I was just telling Tima that we make our alcohol in the bathtub. In the States,
Hey.
I'm sorry. We're talking about Shanghai. Look, I'm all over the place with you being here. I can't. What are you doing here?
Don't scare me like that, Charles. I just came over from I was shipped over from Shanghai to help out with the Raj here.
Gosh.
Yes. Yes, the British Raj.
It's a King George in the 20s, I think. Right. What's the king want to do with the Raj? Well, they probably have. You probably have a couple of fingers and some pies over here still. I bet, right?
Fergus leans forward and says, "It's about the borders, Charles. The
Well,
borders
that
with
sun
it.
never sets, my friend.
No, it doesn't. And people cross in through the day and the night.
George V, right?
Mhm.
Well, I hope Georgie boy knows what he's doing, especially sending your ass over here. And I just gotta give him a little shove in the gut.
Who is it? Who are we up to now? Coolidge for you.
Probably. Who knows with these presidents nowadays?
I heard that you never even hear a word from the man.
Harding. It's Harding, I think, right? No? That was at 20 is 23. Well, luckily we're getting Harding out. And I don't know about this next guy. There might be somebody else, but I don't know who it is. I gotta look. But the Globe might tell me what's going on. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Calvin
It is
Coolidge.
Coolidge.
It is Coolidge.
Yeah, it's Calvin Coolidge.
But we don't know that yet.
Yep.
We would know him and his running mate. Anyway,
Mhm.
so the Raj. Okay. Well,
Yes.
we'll talk later about that. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
About
What month in 1923 is it?
March.
Okay.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
What do you think, old friend? Tobin Murray.
Think. Drink.
And he takes a sip and says, where are my manners? This right here is my, well, associate these past few months. And he brings forward this gentleman. And you see a sort of mid-40s, I believe he's mid-40s, Indian man. And he said, Fergus says, this is Dr. Pyra Mall. I want Charles and Eleanor to both roll history or education.
History or education.
Mhm.
70 or
Damn.
68. We'll go with the 70. Slightly better chance.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. Well, I don't remember. That's why I have my wife.
Okay. And you see this man just extend a hand and to shake and says, "Hello, pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Mull." And Eleanor, it makes sense that you know this. So this man has a thick head of wavy black hair, neatly trimmed mustache that shows no signs of gray. Despite he looks like he is getting older and seems to be a traveler. He wears a collar, it's wing-tipped, and a tie, and he has a nice tweed suit. Looks very English in his dress. Now, Eleanor, you recognize the name Pyra Mall because you recognize him as an associate of Henry Wellcome. Now, Henry Wellcome is a American entrepreneur who, well, he has taken an interest in artifacts as well. And in fact, Dr. Pyra Mall has been working with Henry Wellcome to gather artifacts that were found in India and put them into museums and the like. In fact, he was a member of the India Society, founded in London in 1910. For y'all folks on Twitch and for the table, Dr. Pyra Mall is a real historical figure. He has a Wikipedia page.
Oh, damn.
I will link him in Call of Cthulhu Discord.
Thank you.
In the channel to be precise.
Pyra Mall.
Yeah.
There he is. Pyra
Oh,
Mall.
the dope mustache.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like
That's
John
a great
Turturro.
picture.
It kind of does. You're right.
It looks like what?
Yeah.
John
Kind of looks like John
Turturro.
Turturro.
Oops.
Yeah, bet.
in chat, sorry.
Damn, he speaks more languages than Chang Mei.
Yeah,
Huh.
Eleanor, you also
Holy
know
shit.
that. Yeah, you also know
Damn.
that
1,
Dr.
2,
Pyramal is a known polyglot. He speaks
9
7
languages.
languages. Yeah, 9 languages.
Damn.
It's reflected on his
Damn,
character
man.
sheet.
Oh
Damn.
shit.
It's kind of crazy.
Let's see. He can't die because otherwise we'll just break this space-time continuum. So let's not
Yeah.
kill him.
It's Arabic, French, German, Hindustani, Japanese, Latin, Persian, Punjabi, Sanskrit, and of course, English.
Definitely want to have a chat with him on the finer points of Sanskrit. So.
Yeah. He's also well-known, well-versed in religious history, medicine, and even a bit of an amateur photographer.
Oh.
He is a man of many trades.
I'm sorry. Did you say photography?
Unfortunately, Sofian, you're currently in the dining hall watching
I don't know.
Tenzin.
He's doing the.
No, I'm
don't
looking
know
at his
yet,
Wikipedia
but
page. I'm like, he
don't
also
even
acquired
know.
local medical knowledge by copying and translating manuscripts he collected for 15 years.
Yep.
Very sad that Chang Mei is sitting away from them right now.
You may eventually meet him soon. Sofian, currently in the dining car, you're watching Tenzin make his way through a tall plate of lettuce.
The biggest Cobb salad in the world
Because lettuce
without the
and
bacon.
lettuce and the soup are the only things you can basically eat
I mean,
here.
it's fine. No, he could eat. Yeah, the soup, pasta,
Yeah.
lettuce. Yeah.
But you know the scene in Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson's like, "I want you to give me all the bacon and eggs
Yes.
you have."
Yes.
All the bacon and eggs.
And I know you think I'm exaggerating, but I
But-
literally mean
You
all
mean
of the
all
bacon,
the
and
bacon
eggs
and
you
eggs.
have.
Yeah,
All of it.
That's Tenzin with all the lettuce.
pretty
I want
much.
you to give. I want all of the iceberg. All of it.
No more salads for the rest of this trip. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, we're out of lettuce. That gentleman over there has eaten all of it. What?
Damn it, Tenzin.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying that a lot during this campaign. Damn it, Tenzin!
He's kind of like a cat.
Yeah, like a
More like a golden
3,000-year-old
retriever.
cat. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That,
I extend my hand to Dr. Mall and I say, Dr. Mall, Dr. Lockhart, it is such a pleasure to meet you. I've been following your endeavors with Mr. Welcome.
see, what's his score in? Oh yeah. Dr. Maul nods and says, "Ah, Dr. Lockhart, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've heard much about your work in the American University at Yenching University in Peking. You are quite a trailblazer, aren't you?"
Well, we do enjoy our explorations. And I am here with some team members whom I think would love to meet you as well if you have some time while we share the train.
Of course, I would be very delighted to meet your colleagues.
I put my arm around Timur and say, "Well, one of them's right here. This is
What?
Timur Repin, one of
What?
my favorite people that we hang out with. Granted, I love everybody, so
Yeah.
he's a good guy. Timur, this is Dr. Mall and my best buddy Fergus.
Uh, hello to you both.
Put it here, you good old Russian.
Nah. Mm,
And Dr. Maul just simply shakes your hand and says, "A pleasure to meet you, Timur."
mm.
Um,
Nice to meet you as well.
Fergus looks around and says, "Well, Charles, have you been able to? Do you know anyone else here on this train?"
Yeah, we got a couple people right here. I kind of look down the side and in the green chair over there, and I lower my voice down a little bit because I don't want to be too loud. That's one of Eleanor's associates, one of our graduate students, Chang Mei. Brilliant girl. She speaks something like 6 languages or something like that. Very smart, quick as a whip. And then I think a couple of our other colleagues grabbing a bite to eat at the current.
And Charles, didn't you speak to the pianist? She does look familiar.
Yes, that's oh shit, what's her name again? Um,
Christine
hang on.
something.
Christine. Where did that go?
Hewitt?
Can
Oh,
we click on her?
Can I click on her?
No.
No.
You do have a handout, I believe. Let me check to see if I actually showed it. Here.
Oh, there she is.
Here it is.
I was
Here.
right, Hewitt. Ah.
That's Christine Hewitt, Eleanor. She was in, if you remember correctly, she was in what that we saw on Broadway our last time in New York. Come on,
Is she one of the Follies girls?
spot on. God, I knew you'd
Oh,
get it.
yes, she performed with Vera O'Day. That was a lovely show.
Yes, the callback! Amazing!
Oh yeah, Vera. Yeah, they were really good together, weren't they? Yeah.
What a small world for this train.
And indeed. Yeah. Who would have thought that Fergus was even going to be here? Small web. But that's about it, Ferg.
Well, all right. So,
What room are you in, by the way?
I was about to ask you.
What are we in? 3-4? 4-5? 4-5.
For you're in 4-5.
4 now.
Listen. I'm in room 1, and how about this? Let's switch. You two need your privacy.
Fergus.
What's wrong with your room?
Yes. What'd you do? Just thinking up
Perfectly
already?
nothing. No tricks from me. No tricks from me, Charles. Just want to make sure that you don't have to, spend your nights with your wife in one bunk above or below. It's your choice.
I don't know.
I mean,
She might like it without. She won't have to deal with my snoring as much. She could at least hit me with a pillow. I don't know. What do you think, Eleanor?
Oh, it is a very generous offer, Fergus. Thank you.
All right, fine. We'll do it. Fine, sure.
consider it done. I'll inform the conductor right away.
Good,
And,
good man, Mr. What's his name again?
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore. Yeah.
Yes. And he's like, "Be right back." And he just goes off to the conductor for a bit. And Dr. Mall says, I've heard your friend Fergus inform me of the other members of passengers of this train. And it's quite the interesting group, I will say. There at the table, I do not know the Slavic-looking gentleman, but the Chinese man is Mr. Liu. I believe from Shanghai. You of course know Miss Hewitt. Over there is Mr. Hartwood. He is an assistant to Miss Hewitt, a travel assistant of some kind. And behind us is Colonel James Armitage, sitting in the green chairs. And over there, looking rather shifty, Fergus may tell you later, but is a Simon Roberts. He is from America, and seems. I don't doubt that he will approach you at some point today about his business.
What business would that be, Dr. Mall?
He appears to be some sort of trader or merchant of some kind of intrinsic objects of intrinsic value, which he sort of lets out a slight groan. I believe that's lay speak for antiques.
Sounds about right. So, how legal are his dealings, do you know?
I'm not certain, as I do not want to deal with that sort of mess.
Of course not. Why would you?
I'm hoping to perhaps consult an authority upon arriving in Patna.
Pump the brakes on that one, Mal. We'll see about it. You know, those type of guys, especially if he's shifty, you never know what he's gonna do. Just we'll work something out. Fergo, handle it. Don't you worry.
He says, Dr. Mo, by the way. And
Sorry, Doctor. Of course.
I do not know I'm not familiar with the couple that is in the dining car at the moment. But they seem to be of import of some kind in Europe. I just know that they are Natasha and Roland Andal.
Doesn't ring any bells for me. How about you, Eleanor?
No, but I'm sure we'll get a chance to speak with them.
Sure.
Eleanor, why don't you go ahead and roll history, education probably. And actually, Charles, you should be able to roll for this too.
Okay.
Education or history.
Education or history?
Mhm.
Dang, that's twice now.
Funnily, I don't have education.
Yes, you do.
Education is one of your core stats.
Top.
Oh, okay.
And yours is 90. Yeah, you should definitely do that. Oh,
So, Dr.
on the
Lockhart,
nose.
Dr. Lockhart, of
Nice.
course you would know this as, I believe, let me try to remember. Let me see on your sheet, because I'm trying to remember where you went to university.
Miskatonic, wasn't it?
No. It's not.
Fucking Massachusetts.
Fucking Massachusetts.
Boston, come on.
Hang on. I want to see where you exactly went to, because I believe you went to university in Europe.
Right, I have more of a backstory that is in the personal.
Yes, you went to University College London.
Oh, so she's...
Oh,
You know, it's funny because a couple people in chat have been saying whether or not she's British or American.
and when we started this season, I was confused about it as well.
Yeah, so you
I think
Hang on.
you're a Brit.
you're an Italian. You're Italian raised in Britain and then traveled to America and ended up in no wait. You are British. But
And
I
teaching
swear there's
at
some
the American school. That's interesting.
yes.
Oh.
I swear also there's like a bit of you that's Italian. I remember that somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother is Venetian.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. It's been a hot minute since I've read your backstory. Now, this is why you know this, because you recognize the name Andal. They are Count and Countess in Hungary. Austria-Hungary. No, wait. Is it split already? It's probably just Hungary right now.
I'll take a look.
But they're Hungarian counts.
Yes, the Austro-Hungary Empire split in 1918.
Yes.
There you go.
Post World War
So
One.
just split, not too long
Yes.
ago, about 5 years ago,
Yes.
6 years ago.
And in fact, you do know that with the 90, I'll also say that yeah, you're familiar with the existence of these two. They are indeed the Count and Countess.
Well, it shall be interesting to make their acquaintance.
Why is that, Eleanor?
How often do we get to meet minor royalty?
True.
So I'm going to go through one by one the different people that you have been informed of. This is Colonel James Armitage. This is an actual person with a different name taken from Wikipedia or
Nice.
a Google sharing site. Under the article "Temporary Officers," because people were field promoted during that time. This is Roland Antal, the Count, and Countess Natasha Antal.
Ooh, good looking couple.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Cyril D. Hartwood.
What's up with these? What's up with all these ridiculously handsome people that you just keep pulling out of nowhere? Like, were people just much more handsome in the 1920s?
The camera. It's all the camera.
Fuck.
This is Mr. Liu from Shanghai.
Even Mr. Liu is fucking handsome.
Snazzy
Jesus,
dresser.
man.
Damn.
And finally, last and probably least, Diamond Roberts.
Okay, well, not everybody was
Those
super
ears.
handsome. I mean,
That right ear.
It's mostly just a bad mustache.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad
I
mustache.
think so.
His face is all kind of okay. Well, I mean, he looks like
You feel
He's
better now,
very
Matt?
I feel
rat-like.
much better now.
Yeah. He looks like he tunnels under the ground for a living.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Judgy much? What the fuck,
Resources
Chris?
of antiquity.
What?
Tunnels under the ground.
He only
'Cause
grew
he's a
that
rat.
mustache. He only grew that mustache because he met Roscoe and he was jealous.
There you go.
That's right.
I'm not saying anything.
Ah,
Good job on Vera, by the way.
that was
Great.
That was a dope callback.
Nice.
Love the Vera connection.
Because technically, this is a prequel to that whole
Mhm.
campaign. Because this is all before 19. I think ours was set in 1928. I think.
26.
If I remember. 26.
I
26.
wonder if
Yeah,
Dr. Lockhart and Eleanor knew each other when they were girls.
Mm.
probably.
Before Eleanor,
Okay.
before I said, I wonder if Eleanor and Eudora knew
Oh,
each
and
other when they were
Eudora.
girls.
Yeah.
Unless before Eudora got shipped off to America for being difficult.
Oh, maybe.
All right. So
Roommates.
Yeah,
Uh,
seriously.
now that
Your
you
witchy
have
friend at university.
now that you have seen everyone, all the different passengers on the train, time will go a little freeform, and if there's anyone you'd like to talk to, just feel free to move yourself over to them. And yeah, soon
I mean-
it'll be dinner, and then retiring to your quarters.
Technically, Chang Mei wants to talk to Dr. Mall, but hasn't actually met any of these people yet because she's sitting by herself.
I'll go
Mhm.
and mention that you should come.
I'll let you be more subtle about it. You don't want me to wave my arms around.
I'm kidding.
Yes. Have some more whiskey, Charles.
Oh, I won't say no to that.
Charles, you feel an arm around your shoulder and says, "Yes, Charles, have some more whiskey." And Fergus comes up behind you and takes you by the shoulder. Let's
Just like
talk
old
like old.
times, mate. Just
like
like
old
old times. And I move down next to. I put Timur in between us.
Wait,
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh my
All
god.
right, bartender David.
Yes.
Let me think.
David.
What are we doing?
This
I'm
guy.
getting bonked
David.
by a cat that nobody can see, so my head keeps jerking forward. He's lost in the background.
It's the movement of the train.
Moving the train.
Show them your handsome face so they know I'm not crazy.
It's blending into the
Doctor.
background. Oh.
Doctor, do you drink, Doctor? I look to my left.
I do not.
Okay, I go back to Tima, and I say, Fergus, I know what you're drinking. What are you drinking, Tima?
wait, what?
What are you drinking, buddy? You want more vodka?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say, another round there, David. Make it snappy. And you got any like bar food, like I don't know, like peanuts or something back there?
Yep, we've got some peanuts, and takes out some peanuts and also a dish of olives.
Oh,
Nice.
Thank you. I
this
take
is
I take
nice
one
place.
olive, I eat one of those, and I take a handful of peanuts. And just start popping it in my mouth. So, Fergus, what have you been up to over the past I don't know, forever? What have you been doing?
Well, since we've been softly banned from Shanghai.
You know,
I,
we,
that's
diplomatic immunity, right? Wink.
they couldn't exactly arrest us, could they? They had rights
Depending on
to.
us.
Yeah. Well, I was shipped off from Shanghai towards Bombay. Took the train up and been going up and down this line seeing to the borders. There's a lot of paperwork to be done, especially up in Tibet. The Tibetan border is messy.
Well, that's why they
You
send
know-
the best, my friend. That's why they send the best.
He smiles and takes a drink and just says, "It hasn't been easy. You know, the Panchen Lama has split from the Dalai Lama, and that's caused problems in Tibet, and it's even more lawless than it was before.
It's a shame, my friend. I'm sorry you have
You
to
could be
go through that muck, that Maya. That's not exactly something you wish on someone, but you'll you'll iron out those bumps in the rug, guaranteed.
always good to hear you cheering me up, friend. Now, if you happen to be going up that way, you want to be sure that you have the proper paperwork, especially since they're very careful about who's going up in there. And be careful who you get stopped by. We're getting a whole lot of, loads of stories of people who are offered lodging for the night and they're robbed in the morning.
Bastards.
And they're happy to do it. Bandits one night and bed and breakfast the other.
Yeah. Well, desperate times sometimes, call for desperate measures. A desperate man will do anything for a loaf of bread. But yeah, well, I don't think we're going up that way. Timur, we're not going north, are we? We're going pretty much south, right? Timur. Anyway, yes, Vegas, I think we're not
Yeah.
going north. I think we're going south. But if we
Well, it's
do
hard
end up
to-
going up there, don't you got any extra, paperwork sitting in your room that I might be able to put in my bag while I'm in there?
Get me another one of these and I'll whip you something up really quick.
Always quick with that pen, I remember. Yeah, all right. How you doing down there? Looking at your drink.
He just yields up, downs it.
I like your style. Pounds his. Tima, you jumping on this train? Oh, wait.
All right, this
Yeah.
is a good time for May and myself to return to the bar.
Across that whole conversation, Pyramol has been steadily shifting himself away
Mm-hmm.
from
I
the.
put my arm around you
Man,
and say, Dr. Ma, where the heck do you think you're going? And I pull him back.
God.
Oh god.
Man, everyone's going to the bar suddenly.
Now, Dr. Ma, what are you a doctor of exactly?
Well, take your pick, and I'm probably a doctor in it.
So you're a pretty smart guy then.
I've had my time in university and out in the field, yes.
All right. Well, if my
You
wife
know-
knows you got to be pretty smart.
Medicine, linguistics, and an interest in
Oh.
history.
You're gonna love Chang Mei then. She's great, man. She's you'll get along real well with her. As I said, she speaks like I don't know, like 6 languages, something like that.
You
Impressive.
She's always wanted to learn more too. So if you know something that she doesn't know, teach her. Be great. Oh, Eleanor,
You know-
welcome back over.
Timo, you were going to
Yes.
say something.
About to say, I mean, considering everyone's coming to the bar, you'd think shouldn't someone probably grab Sofian or wouldn't want to leave him out.
Smash cut to Sofian, who's just like on his third bowl of soup. He's just like, this is delicious. This is amazing.
Sweating profusely.
He's like, just keep it coming. Keep it coming. Takes a handkerchief, looks over at Tenzin. Tenzin is like halfway down the pile of lettuce. Just like, I'm competing with you, you bastard. Just soup.
As Timur, as you say that, I say, you know what, Timur, that's a really good idea. Give me a minute. As Eleanor comes back, I'll go get Sofian. Which way is the dining car? This way?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the left. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get him.
Dr. Mall, this is my assistant, Miss Chang. I think you would probably have many academic interests in common.
Lovely to meet you, Miss Chang.
May kind of steps forward and she says, Doctor, thank you. It is quite an honor to meet you. I read your treatise on Ayurvedic medicine and it was fascinating.
Well read, too. I would love to discuss more of your thoughts on it, perhaps. I hear that you are also a linguist yourself.
I am, though not nearly as accomplished as yourself. However, if you would care to go over the finer points of this manuscript I've been looking over, I would love a second set of eyes.
I would be happy to. And he also whispers, anything to save me from the conversation behind me is too much.
May doesn't want to say anything out loud, so she just kind of smiles and nods her head and then takes him back over to the green chairs where she's got like 1 million books spread out on this table.
Yeah. He'll sit on this red chair to the left.
Excellent. And she'll like pull over a couple of manuscripts and say, well, I've been trying to translate this one phrase and it's not quite, it doesn't feel right. What are your thoughts? And she like pushes the Sanskrit manuscript over to him.
Yeah, and he begins to like explain the different contexts of it and like attempt to elaborate on like the deeper meanings of the phrase and the manuscript that you see.
May is super happy right now.
Yeah, and he is a very calm and patient in terms of explaining things, and he is like very much it's very soothing, almost very well practiced in terms of lecturing and answering questions and the like. It's interesting because he almost doesn't even raise his voice above like he doesn't even have to like raise his voice to anything. It just keeps a level tone.
And so after having gone over the finer points of this manuscript, May will sort of sit back and say, well, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much. How did you come to find yourself here on the Calcutta Express?
Mr. Welcome's work brings me all sorts of places across the world and across India. The northwest frontier is very rich in archaeological finds, and well, it's good to keep track of whatever is discovered. There's also to the southeast in Bangladesh other sites of import, ancient kingdoms from thousands of years ago. And are you familiar with Mr. Hargreaves?
Am I familiar with Mr. Hargreaves?
Hargreaves is the name of the other curator/superintendent of Peshawar Museum.
No, not personally. We did recently meet his associate, and I'll put out the name of the other.
Suraj Dar.
We did recently meet Mr. Dar, but Hargreaves was apparently away.
Hargreaves is currently in Bangladesh right now. I aim to meet with him and see what he has found. Although, of course, my travels and whenever I receive a telegram from Mr. Welcome will most likely bring me somewhere else on this subcontinent.
What is Mr. Hargreaves currently researching? Or searching for, I should say.
There's rumor of an ancient kingdom. One moment, I need to go into my notes for this one.
No problem.
It is rumored to be a kingdom or a civilization in the Indus Valley region, and Yes, it is a place called Mohenjo-Daro. Hargreaves is currently there excavating this as part of the Archaeological Society of India. And according to his initial findings, this society dates back to roughly the 3rd millennium BCE.
That is an impressive find.
Indeed. And I wish to see what our history is there.
I would be absolutely fascinated to learn that myself. I hope that Mr. Hargreaves will publish his findings.
You can count on it. At least you would find mine. And of course, Miss Chang, if Dr. Lockhart is open to perhaps loaning you over to me for some time, you are free to join me in my, I suppose, residency at this site.
You sort of see May's eyes go wide for a moment. That is an incredibly generous offer, and were we not in the midst of some research ourselves, I would leap at the offer, but I do hope that it will stand for a later date when our current research is concluded.
Of course. Dr. Lockhart is, well, I hold her in very high esteem in what she's been able to accomplish, and an assistant who is spoken so highly of from her is in high reputation with me.
May kind of blushes a little bit and nods her head and says, "Thank you very much."
And he nods
And then looks slightly flustered for a second. It's like, "What about this?" And like,
yeah,
slides another manuscript across the table.
yeah. Dr. Mall sort of chuckles and continues to go through the manuscripts with you. And
Love it.
Let's see. So, Charles, as you go through into the dining car, Charles is not there.
Oh.
Anyway, Dr. Lockhart, what are you up to? And Timur, what are you also up to?
I am going to perch here and catch up with Fergus.
All right. Sorry, Sofian. Just for fun, go ahead and roll me. Hang on. Go ahead and roll me Constitution.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
How much soup can you handle?
How much soup can you handle?
It's like that scene in
Moving vehicle.
Monty Python's The Meaning of
Oh
Life.
God, no! I can't watch that scene. It's too
pretty
much.
bad. It's pretty bad. There we go. Con save. Con roll. Con something. Here we go. My con kind of is poop.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Too much soup.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
too much soup.
As you
Maybe
sort
it
of
just means
finish
you really
the
have to pee.
Yeah, you suddenly find yourself in need of the water closet.
Is there a bathroom on this in this car?
We get to this.
Is there a restroom
Yep.
in this car?
No, not in this car.
Where is
says
there
the
a
waiter, but
restroom? Why would you not have a restroom in the restaurant car? It doesn't make any sense.
I will take it up with the
Just
manufacturers
point
of
me in the
train.
direction of the nearest WC.
I hear. Do I hear
like,
him getting upset?
Calais car.
Calais? Where the hell is Calais car?
It's the sleeper car.
I come over and I say, Sofian, you all right there?
No, I'm not. I'm in a bad way, and I'm trying to find myself a restroom.
He points you.
Oh,
he
yeah,
points
come
you
here.
on the map to the
I'll take
right.
it. Come on.
The map to the right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and it will be all the way up in the car with the sleeping compartments.
Yes.
Which
Go
means
back
you
to
have
your
to
room.
stumble through
Go
our
back to your
car
room,
first.
Sophia.
Bloody hell. Tenzin, make sure they don't take away my soup. And then I just run to the salon car.
Tenzin
Stop and
looks.
look at Tenzin and I go, soup?
Yes, he really likes the soup. It's a good soup. And then Tenzin sort of looks down at the plate and says, I think I'm also going to find the water closet. And it's just going to stand up and follow Sofian out to the other water closet.
I realized, by the way,
I'm
that
gonna-
but just FYI, I realized that my Sofian accent has slowly verged away from someone that Chris and I know, more into like Matt Berry from the IT crowd. I don't know if
Oh
you guys
my god.
Sofian, I don't know why I'm trying to find the bloody restroom. I can't
It
do
has gone that way.
It's going
yes.
Matt Berry hardcore.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear you, Clem Fandango.
Is there like a self-serve little area over here, John?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta grab something and follow them.
Sure. You watch as
Oh, you'll see. Don't worry.
He's just
Yeah.
stealing food from the kitchen.
Sofian, you
Diplomatic
just
immunity.
Sofian, you just pass through the salon car. You
Mhm.
see all sorts of people, all these different people. You get back to the Calais car, and you reach the
Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me, miss.
Bumps into Christine.
Lovely playing. Yes, excuse me. Moving on down.
So Charles comes back into the car and he has a little tiny, little like ice cream cone,
Oh my god.
and he's just going, "What up?"
Did you say what up?
No, he
What up?
goes, he just- No, he said, "I killed Matt."
Every time.
I accidentally took a bite when I meant to say, "What's going on? What's going on?" But I also tried to. I have your old accent stuck in my head now, so I was trying to figure out the Boston accent. Oh man,
Pioneer of
Pat
slang.
can't have it yet. Okay,
Sorry.
what's going on? What's going on in here? Is what I was trying to say.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Tenzin goes to the other washroom at the more towards the front of the train.
As drunk Charles comes in with his ice cream cone, May
Yeah.
just looks up at him, looks over at Dr. Mall, and then looks back down at the manuscript.
Charles looks at both of them, nods, takes a big old bite of his ice cream cone, and keeps walking.
Yep. And Charles is what precedes the arrival of the Count and Countess, who enter in and take a
That's
seat.
where the lights go out and
here.
someone dies.
And yeah, so by this time, Christine has finished playing, and in fact, Mr. Liu has taken to the piano and began playing. Interestingly enough, some ragtime and
I was
jazz.
gonna say Scott Joplin, yeah.
Yeah, and he's quite good.
Charles will walk over, go to act like he's going to dance with Eleanor, but instead grab Fergus and start swinging him.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
You know what, Charles? Because you did this to yourself. I'm gonna make you roll something.
Okay.
Don't spill your ice cream on the royalty.
Uh-oh.
This is how World War II actually started. Just
I thought that was an assassin. Oh, I'm sorry. That was World War One.
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead and roll me dexterity. Because you don't have art.
Oh my god!
holy shit! Charles, fucking ice cream dancer Lockhart.
Yeah, you just watch as Charles deftly dances on the moving train with his ice cream. And let's see.
And my best friend.
Yep, and he's good too. Fergus is he's not as spry as he used to be, but still as he's more of a hardier individual. I did fail to describe him, he is around 5'7" and looks like he's roughly 200 pounds. So he is stocky.
Oh, big
Yeah,
boy.
he's a barrel of a man.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted
I
to
let
go.
him lead.
Mhm.
I'm almost tempted to dance, though kind of a little shy over here.
Do it. And then punch someone.
Oh, jeez.
Dance. Come on, Russian. Dance the dance the dance of joy.
Dance the Russian dance.
All right, just pounding away at my next drink, as is, before I decide to stand up. It's a dex check, right? Or
Yeah, no, you have an actual stat for this.
He has dance.
I think you have an actual stat
Is
for
he
this.
a dancer? Was he a Oh my god.
Oh, surprises.
Your
No.
ballet skill.
He's from the Bolshoi.
There you go.
No, sorry. I thought you did. Instead, yeah, dexterity.
Oh.
Let's
Still,
go, baby!
motherfuck.
God
Nice.
damn,
He has
And,
a 90 in dexterity? What are you?
Jesus.
What
fucking
are you?
Like you're the wind.
He's a ninja.
Jesus.
I'm just a ballet dancer.
No.
Oh my god.
You're I don't know what you dropped from, but Jesus.
I'm in awe of Timur's dancing. I'm
Mhm.
like, you could have had a career, Timur.
Oh, a clear. No, I'm sorry. I could
With
never.
those moves? Are you kidding me?
Oh no, by all means, no. I insist. It's nothing really.
I look to Christine and I go, Miss Hewitt, would you say that this gentleman could make it on the Broadway?
I mean,
I do think he could.
Thank you,
He's-
Miss Hewitt. I
he's-
appreciate that.
He's quite
Miss
light on his
Hewitt,
feet.
everyone.
I mean, okay. I will admit there was a time before I became a historian I wanted to take part in ballet, the Russian ballet. I wasn't.
You're very good, Timur. You're
I
very
mean,
good.
I took some extensive time to, watch and try to practice. Just never really came to fruition. Because,
Well-
yeah.
Christine does say, well, if you come to New York, do come by and maybe we can get you somewhere on in Lincoln Center.
A little something.
That's a good spot, Timur. They'll pay you big money to dance there.
Oh.
Yep. And
At this
so,
point, I feel like I'm being spoiled.
as the night goes on, you do notice that Simon Roberts, who Dr. Mall had pointed out, had gone from speaking with Colonel Armitage to speaking with the Count and Countess, who did not look interested and looked a little bit annoyed. Finally, approaches you, Charles.
Oh boy. What's his name again?
Simon Roberts.
Got it. Thank you.
And-
Go ahead.
and he just says, "Hey, how you doing there? I saw you were dancing real nice and having a good time."
Yes, yes, we were. And you were?
Simon Roberts, and I'm a bit of a trader of some kind of let's say objects of great demand and limited supply. Well,
Right.
listen, I overheard that you were talking with that guy Fergus over there, Fergus Thompson.
Yes,
And,
that guy Fergus over there. Yes, go and what?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that guy Fergus there? What was your name again?
Simon Roberts,
Simon.
and
That's right, Simon.
listen, he lowers his voice a bit. You're American, right?
What gave it away?
You're from Boston. I can tell
I
the
just
accent.
I laugh and I take a drink and I go, yeah, I parked the car and haven't yet, buddy. What go on?
I mutter to myself, it
All right.
wouldn't be his volume, would it?
You know, that too. But
Man, we are
Listen.
losing our fucking Boston crowd like by just droves.
We had one of
We're
those?
gaining all the wicked smart people are here, Matt.
It's
Oh my
true.
God.
Charles, Charles, can I call you Charles? Listen,
Of course you can. Go
base-
ahead.
baseball teams aside, listen.
You're not a Yankee
got-
fan, are you?
I mean, what? I'm going to be a Giants fan? Or is it the Dodgers right now?
No. That's hold on. It's in my sheet. Hang on. Because it's not technically the Boston. It's the Boston something or others. Hang on. No, it's in my possessions if I have something.
Oh,
It's my lucky
Yeah,
baseball.
it's the mud somethings.
The Mud Somethings? They have a baseball team
Yeah.
called the Mud Somethings? Before the Red
it's
Sox?
It's in my backstory. Hold on.
No, the Boston Bean Eaters.
Oh my
Treasure
Yeah, the
possession.
Boston
God.
Bean Eaters. That's right.
Oh God.
They
But
are
I'm
called the Boston Bean
beans,
Eaters.
Man. I'm a bean and hat. You know that. Come on, I'm from Boston.
Oh
I
my
can't not like the
God.
beans.
Look at that.
Yep. Well,
What would the New York team be then? Because I'd hate them if whatever the New York team is, I'd hate them.
Might be still be the
I mean-
Brooklyn Dodgers at that point in time. I don't think they had left fairly yet.
Yep.
The
Well, you're not a
Yankees were still
Dodgers
around
fan,
in
are
the
you?
20s, right? The Yankees were still we're there.
the Yankees were there.
Yep.
There was a team at some point that was the New York Giants, I think.
I think you're
Yeah, I
right.
see that.
There was a Giants
Yeah.
baseball team at some point. Yeah.
But they only until the 24, 23?
Giants were a Major League Baseball team in the National League that began play in 1883 and were renamed in
1924.
1885.
Okay. So that means that. All right. No, I'm a Yankees fan, but listen,
I'm sorry to
Charles.
hear that. Go ahead. Simon. What do you want to talk to me about?
I don't know. I've got this feeling that I think my life's in danger. Someone,
Why are you telling me?
because I feel like you know people, and if I stick with you, maybe I don't know. Might be
Okay,
safer.
Simon.
All right.
Simon,
I need you.
Hold on. Let's pause here for a second. Let me ask you a couple questions, and I lower my voice. And I say, when you talk about your antiquities, how much of this stuff is on the level, if you know what I mean? Percentage.
He says, 50. Listen, with the Raj and everything going on, and the ASI keeping look around everywhere, it's a guy's gotta make a living, right?
Yes, I understand the need to make a living, but you're telling me that 50% of what you're doing is below board. That's a big number, my friend. You gotta lower that number down.
Times are hard with well, all the stuff going on at the border. They're really clamping down on They're really clamping down. You gotta be part of them fancy universities or colleges. I ain't going no college.
Well,
What's the doctor
okay.
wants though?
Why do you think that your life is in danger?
I
And it's
told
not
you.
from Fergus, I'll guarantee you that.
He just like goes and says, "Listen, I told you, 50% of what I do is involves some greasing, and when you involved in that sort of stuff, I feel like you know where I'm coming from here. You sort of get a sixth sense of danger.
Well,
Just-
we're always in the danger zone, my friend. Always.
I
We're
just
going
need.
towards it.
Look, I got some friends over in Patna. They're going to help me get to Calcutta, and I'll be off towards the States in a day or two. Easy. I just need to make sure that I'll make it off this train.
And you think I'm the person that can make that happen?
I mean, look at you. You're a big guy, and you know this. I'm even scared to ask this guy's name. This big old Russian guy over here, dancing like it's his
Well,
business.
Knuckles? You mean Knuckles over here?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
guy, don't mess with that guy.
I ain't messing
kid
with
you
him.
not. He will literally kill you with his fists.
I hope he doesn't.
I literally watched the guy punch a hole through a man's head, but that's another story for another time.
That doesn't make me feel better, Charles.
Yeah, well, you're asking me for my advice, and I'm 4 scotches deep, so what can I tell you? Anyway, all right, so what room are you in?
I'm in room 2.
Shit, okay. All right, good. Well, here's the deal. My wife and I are gonna be staying in room 1. If anything goes south in your room, I want you to do this on the wall. You're gonna go 1, 2, and I do this quietly on the bar. I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That means something's up in your room. Okay? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 on the wall. Do it for me now.
He goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Good.
All right.
Now, if anything goes south in your room this evening, you do that. And I will do my best to come over and assist you. But what are you gonna give me in return for this, Simon? This is
Well-
this is a favor. You know, I barely know you, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I like people. I like, look at these ears. How can I say no to these ears?
Well, Charles, I mean, what do you want? If I can get it for you, I'll do my best.
I'm gonna have to. I'll think about that. And is there anything we've been looking for that I'm? John, is there anything that we've stepping? What's the term I'm looking for? Is there? Is there anything we've been looking for? We found the bowls, so we don't need those.
We're going to get the instruments next, right?
Yes. Get the instruments next, and then the last thing is a manuscript from Tibet.
Oh, okay. Simon, you're a man of many talents, apparently. Do you have any dealings in Tibet? I know it's a hot area right now.
He just sort of pulls his collar like, oh man, Tibet. I have one or two I got 1 or 2 people up there.
Hey, a couple fingers and a couple paws. I'm looking for this manuscript. Okay. I describe it to him a little bit. If if I have to help you, this is how you can help me.
As you describe it, he just goes, cheese, man. Listen, Charles, that sounds a lot like something that those monks have under wraps.
Okay. Does that make it extra difficult?
Well, yeah, it does.
Okay.
Because
Okay. All
they,
right. All right.
they,
Well, just remember when you have to if you have to pound on that wall tonight, you just remember that, okay?
he just sort of nods, takes a drink, and like shuffles off.
Sleep well, Simon.
Okay. There he is in room 2. So, I guess Sofian, as you emerge from the water
man,
closet.
the longest piss ever. Honestly, I mean, just kept coming out.
Evacuation
Complete
Yeah.
evacuation.
Complete.
Complete evacuation. Complete. Yes, exactly.
So as you
I'm glad everybody got that joke.
Oh yeah.
as Sophia and you emerge, you see a man walk by you and say, "Hey, pardon me, I'm walking here," and go past.
God, why? Why, dear God, do I have to deal with these bloody Americans? Right.
And at this, Tenzin just rounds the corner and says, "Why did that man tell me he was walking here?"
I don't know, Tenzin, but I think we're just so exasperated with this guy. I'm sorry, Ted. I don't know.
I have no fluids left.
I'm trying to just stay vertical at this point. Where are we? What country are we? How far have we gotten to our destination? What time is it?
It is closing in on evening. There will be.
God, I've been pissing for 45 minutes straight.
Wow.
That's a long urination.
Quite a pee.
Yeah, at some point.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, at some point, supper is had.
Sofian isn't hungry, I bet.
Yeah.
Too much pasta.
So
much pasta.
So much carbohydrate. Tenzin, I'm going to take a pre-dinner nap, if you don't mind. I will be in my bunk if any of the others ask for me. If you need me, knock on my door like this.
God, why?
All right.
Why?
All right.
What is happening right now?
I'll see you soon,
Sophia.
Tenzin. I shut my door.
Tenzin begins wandering
So
Tenzin begins wandering the train.
I'm setting him loose.
I'm
Setting
taking
Tenzin loose. Go.
I'm taking Tenzin off the token layer.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
Next thing you know, Tenzin's fucking driving the train.
Toot,
toot! Yes, I've always wanted to do that. Come on.
All right. So, is there any other conversations that wish to be had?
I'm done.
I think I'm good.
Otherwise, I will switch you all into your rooms.
All right.
Yeah, you know I was
Yes.
gonna go into my room
Put it
anyways.
with the count and countess.
What was that, honey?
The count and the countess.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it?
Does Fergus know them?
I don't know. Ask him.
No, Fergus said he knew that he could tell they were important, but he wasn't sure who they were. You
Mhm.
knew who they were.
Question from chat. Is the League of Nations still around? Actually, that's a really good point. Let's check.
Question.
After World War I believe, yeah. So, yeah, it was founded in 1920.
It should still technically be in place.
Yep.
Because World War II hasn't happened yet.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. So Eleanor, you were asking Fergus if he knew the count, or
No, because
Okay.
yes, I was reminded.
all right. So
Too much Tobermory in you.
So one by one, everyone is placed into. They'll be placed into their rooms. So Charles, you and Eleanor are now in room 1.
Yep.
Fergus will be taking your room.
Oh, whoops.
Demyan is with Timur. Eventually, you, Sofian, you hear this. 5 knocks.
What? I hear 5 knocks?
Sofian.
Oh, I hear 5
okay.
knocks.
Yeah.
I rouse from my nap, and I step towards the door. And
And you see.
I look out. Do these doors have like
So I was
peepholes or
looking
no?
through a Tenzin.
Sure.
Okay, look out the peephole.
You see Tenzin,
Oh.
and he's waving.
Yes, I open the door. I'm in my robe, I guess. Yes, Tenzin. Hello.
Smoking jacket.
Smoking jacket.
And the conductor says, "I'm terribly sorry to disturb you, sir, but this man says that this is the room that he is staying in. We found him in the brake van.
Tenzin, what are you doing in the brake van?
I was curious. I want to see what was past the restaurant car."
I do apologize, sir. This is a distant cousin of mine. He's not been on a train in his life ever, and he's very interested in the locomotive.
It is fascinating. We are going very fast,
Yes,
Sofian.
yes, we are, Tenzin. Yes, we are. I would appreciate it, Tenzin, if you would stick to the cars in which we are to enjoy the ride. The brake van is the last car on the train. It's the train car that's associated with stopping the train. It's actually past the where we all have our luggage, I believe. Is that correct?
Oh yes. The conductor says yes. We found that we had to bring him back to the cargo area.
Yes, Tenzin. That's not for passengers. That's for the staff here on the train. You know, you'll need to stay here in this car. You do have a room, don't you?
Yes, I'm staying with you. This is Sleeps 2.
Yes. Certainly. Right. Yes. Of course.
Wait.
He was
actually
staying with
forgot.
me.
You're
Yeah.
staying with right. Yeah, I think Tenzin was staying with Chang Mei.
Because May didn't want to stay with a stranger.
Right, and you were staying with Ted Rogers. I think
Who doesn't
Ted Rogers?
the not interesting British merchant / bureaucrat who got off at New Delhi.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Mr. Rogers.
Tenzin says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yes.
One room over.
One room over. Yes, with May.
Yes. All right. So, I will.
I'll put myself in bed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night, Tenzin.
Okay, Dr. Maul. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. And then Cyril, Countess, Christine, Mr. Liu. Okay, so
Damn, there's like a fucking host of goddamn people on this train.
A lot of people on this train.
Not for long.
Shit.
Womp womp.
Liu. So you all would see that like one by one these people would enter into their rooms. Have I revealed all of their name tags?
No.
Nope.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Nice.
And where do you go? That's where you go. Great. Okay.
I'm telling you straight up, if someone actually did a Murder on the Orient Express kind of like escape room / interactive,
We've done
like Sleep
one
No More
similar
kind
to
of
one in
thing,
New York.
Dude, if they did
There's a
this shit,
subway car escape room in New York.
Oh.
It's actually really good.
that's fun.
jeez, I just need to
It's
sleep
like
no
two
more.
different car- two different
Like
subway
murder
cars,
mystery
and then
experience
you
like
have
this.
to coordinate between the
It'd
two
be
of
fun
you.
to be immersive with food.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't the
Oh.
Count and Countess be in the same room?
They
Or
opted
they
for
just
separate
not like
rooms.
each other? Oh, okay.
They opted for separate rooms. Interestingly,
That means Dr. Maul has to
Royalty.
sleep.
Dr. Maul ends up in Sofian's room.
Ah, okay.
But then, and because that would win the free bed, but then, if you wish, Dr. Maul can place his belongings into room 4 with Fergus.
Or you can stay up all night talking about photography.
I was gonna say, I probably would, chat him up.
Mhm.
Not like that, but chat him up about, he probably sees me like getting ready for bed and then sort of checking photographs, and we would discuss
Yes.
photojournalism, all that shit.
Okay. So, as you all fall asleep, I'm going to kill that. So,
Did you tell me about the knocking potential from the other room?
Do you think? No, I don't think I did.
Great.
I just imagine like Eleanor's like, stop on the wall.
so, okay. Charles and Dr. Lockhart, please make me listen rolls with a penalty
Sure.
die.
Oh,
Oh.
penalty die.
Penalty die.
Okay. A listen roll.
Because after you had all of the whiskey.
So I roll it and then click penalty, right?
Correct?
Ugh.
Yeah,
God.
that's not helping you.
Nope.
Man.
Okay.
Nope.
That's bad.
We're busy.
That's
Oh, we are.
I just wanted to do it on a train.
Fergus wanted to give you all your privacy.
He did.
I
it's
mean-
true.
Motion of the train.
And
Okay.
Charles is pretty hammered, so
Yeah, I drank a lot.
I thought that was a heavy
Timur,
drinker.
give me a listen check.
Timur. Okay.
Okay.
You be the next closest.
Come on, work with me this time.
yeah.
You get to automatically
Improvement,
improve
nice.
your thing by
Fucking
D10.
Ninja.
He is a ninja. What the hell,
All right,
man?
Timur, critical success. Go ahead and roll that 1d10 to automatically improve right now. 6.
Oh, one more point
Nice.
would
Oh,
be great.
So
Timur,
close.
I'm feeling generous. Bump that up by 1.
Oh shit!
Booyah,
Oh,
nice.
wait. Nice.
So you're at 69.
Because we're grown-ups, ladies and gentlemen.
We are grown-ups, goddammit.
I
Timur,
mean, we're busy.
Timur, you are finding it hard to sleep, and you sort of drift into a somewhat sleep, and then you wake up when you hear that there is a knocking, a faint knocking, not at your door, but a couple doors down. And as you sort of stand up, actually, what would you do?
I would like to. Guess I would stand up and try to break open the doorway to peek. Like, see where that noise is coming from.
Sure. Are you trying to do this stealthily or no?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
stealth.
He's
So-
a goddamn ninja.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Yes.
you just crack open the door, and you see that there's the conductor standing over here, outside of room 2, and is knocking gently on Robert's door, and saying, "Mr. Roberts, are you all right?" and then there are muffled words back. And with a critical success, I will tell you what those words are. Ce n'est rien. Je me suis trompé. And the conductor furrows his brow and says, well, all right then. Have a good night. And begins to wander around it, go towards the other parts of the train. Next
Huh.
up.
Does he speak that language?
I was about to ask. Does Timur was it French?
It sounded like
Sounded
French.
like French.
Yeah, because
It's
to me, I don't speak French.
it's,
Je ne,
it's not my
Je me
language.
suis trompé.
je n'ai rien, je me suis trompé. Okay.
I don't know. This is why I took Spanish.
I mean,
Man,
Half those letters aren't included in whatever you're saying.
I know what that means myself, but and
I-
funny enough, Sofian does know French,
Yes.
but I don't know if anybody else does.
I don't.
don't
It's
think
not one
I
of my
do.
language. May focused on Eastern languages.
So I would also like to note, Timur, that every room in this sleeping compartment in this car has a bell that you can ring the conductor for. If you happen to need something, an extra blanket or pillow, or some water or such like that. Now, Timur, what do you do after witnessing this?
Trying to think. Trying to remember like if anyone in group like speaks French. Like, wait, was Chang Mei know? Or no, wait,
I don't speak French now.
no, yeah.
You would know that Chang Mei does not know French.
But then again, maybe
You
Wait,
do
what?
also have, in addition to whether or not you know Sofian does, there is a linguist in the room next to you.
You will notice that in the second class compartments, there is a connecting little hallway with a sink between the two bunk beds of Timur and Demyan and Dr. Mal and Sofian.
crap, which I remember was it? It was Maul, right?
Mal
Yeah.
is the polyglot linguist.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try to actually go over to the next cab over, looking around real quick before giving a gentle some knocks on it.
Okay. You're choosing to go out into the hallway and not through the connected corridor. It's like you know how hotel rooms sometimes have the connecting door?
Oh, like right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll go through the connected thing. Yeah.
Oop.
Guessing Maul is awake right now, or
He is asleep.
right? Because I barely remember that he's a linguist. Just gonna gently try to reach over, like try to shake him a little bit.
He stirs awake. You are Timur, right?
Timur, listen. Pardon me for the rude awakening, but I just couldn't help but ask for some minor assistance. You speak French, or many languages. Is French being one of them?
Yes, I am fluent in French, but it's rather late for a lesson.
Well, of course, I overheard something as of recently that one of the people over spoke in the said language. I don't really. I was hoping you could probably translate for me when something like I'm not really familiar with how to speak the language. They and Guardian J Jet Met so strong Trump. I sorry,
Ooh.
I sorry.
Performance check to see if he says it right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're getting. We're getting.
Yeah, I can't speak French.
Yeah, we're getting.
Was it like acting or like?
I might actually say acting.
Oh my god.
Whew.
Wow.
Even through the thick accent, Dr. Maul just sort of rubs his eyes and his ears and just like listens and sort of like says again, says, no, je me suis trompé. C'est rien. Oh, okay, that's. Imagine Dr. Maul actually saying this properly, by the way.
Yep.
And as he is taking priority on making sure Timur says it right. And then he just says, it is nothing, I was mistaken.
It was nothing.
It is nothing, I was mistaken.
Huh. Ah. Alright. Again, sorry for the rude awakening. Sorry. Good night to you, good sir.
Alright.
So just now actually kind of feeling a little foolish, probably overreacting. You know what? I'm just gonna like ring the bell and probably just ask for a thing of water. You know, just hi, just
Yes, hello.
hi. Any chance maybe I could just have like a glass of water? It's just having one of those rough nights.
Of course.
Thank
He goes off and returns with the water and just says, by the way, Mr. Repin, was it?
Yes.
I will be informing the other passengers on the morning, but it seems that we're caught in some sort of sandstorm. We may have to take some precautions going through this weather event, as we want to make sure we do not damage the equipment, or perhaps there are any travelers who may be trying to cross the tracks. Visibility is very low, so we'll be taking our time.
A sandstorm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well then, thank you for the warning. I'll be sure to let the others know.
Of course.
Right.
So, okay. Next up in the night, either Chang Mei or Sofian. Please make me a spot hidden roll.
Ooh, let me please.
Go for it.
Actually, both of you.
What the fuckity?
I mean, you could luck
Chang Mei,
that.
you can push. You can push too.
Oh, right, I can push. I'm gonna push. I always forget about
Don't
pushing.
fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't
Push
fuck
it.
it up. Don't fuck it up. Okay.
There we go. That's better.
Got it.
Much better.
I do kind of love this. Sofian, you also. Actually, one more thing.
Yes.
Timur, also do me a spot hidden.
Oh, did you want me to do it as well, Jonathan?
Yo.
Yeah, Sofian, yes, you do it too.
Okay, cool.
Timur the ninja.
He's just winning on everything tonight.
Mhm.
He's Charlie Sheen. He's winning.
All right, Sofian.
Nice.
This is very fascinating.
Nice.
Okay, so a couple things happen. Timur, as you take your glass and you're closing the door, out of the corner of your eye, you see a woman or some person down the hall in a red robe, kind of like a bathrobe or a nightgown. One may even call it a kimono, and it is red. Meanwhile, it is too dark to actually see, as the lights have been dimmed. But it's too dark to see who that might be. Meanwhile, Sofian and Chang Mei, as you two are laying in the top bunk, it seems, in your respective rooms, you toss and you turn a bit, and you happen to each both turn towards the window. And you're just watching the landscape go by that's slowly being eaten by some sort of storm. Sandstorm. Could be like a dust storm or something. Happens. And suddenly, Sophia, you see a hand on the glass. And then another hand, and a figure just dashes across the side outside the train. Chang Mei, you see this too, as a hand just grabs onto the window pane and just pulls itself across this outside of the train.
Fuck!
Well, I'm wide awake now.
Yep, I scream.
Yeah, you scream,
I scream.
and Sofian,
Yes.
you, with a hard success, you notice something very strange about this figure.
Aside
On
from the
it?
fact that it's crawling on the outside of
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that any more strange? What?
On this figure's head, you caught it just on the little bit of lamplight, was a blood red fez.
A fez? Like
A fez.
like the hat? Holy
Yes.
sh! Oh, hey.
It's Doctor Who.
I mean,
It's
possible.
that guy from Last Crusade.
Oh god.
Knights of the
I
Cruciform Sword. Yes. Okay. But like a person or like a creature?
It is. This looks humanoid,
Okay.
but does not move like any human you've ever seen.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Screaming.
I don't know about that, John. Timur's pretty fast.
I mean, he's a ninja, but can he do this shit
Climb on the
outside the
outside of the
train,
train.
with a fez
Yeah.
on? I think not.
It's
I
me,
I mean,
Timur.
the way the dice are treating him, maybe.
It's me, Timur Parker, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay. Honestly, yes. I think Sofian would absolutely scream.
Okay.
Waking whoever he. I just, ah!
Dr. Maul.
I think that
Yeah.
May was kind of frozen when she saw that, and then Sofian screams and she sits up so fast she like bops her head on.
Oh
the
no!
And she's like, ow!
I hear
Yeah.
the thump from next door, and I immediately, what? They're inside the train!
What? I hit my head.
Do I hear that through the wall?
Yeah.
Probably.
And Dr. Maul just sits up. Stop it with the late night French lessons.
No. Excuse me. Dr. Mole, wake up, please.
Yes. And across in the other way, you hear Demyon startle awake and a gun cock. And he just goes, "What's happening?"
Demian, please, no need for firearms yet. I did see something outside the train, and it was a figure walking or moving along the train with their arms and legs. It had a fez on the top of its head. It's in the middle of this dust storm. I'm positive that I saw it. It wasn't a hallucination. I have been dehydrated, but for all, this is not part of that.
Dr. Maul and Demyon just sort of look at each other. Demyon just kind of just gives a shrug and looks at Timur and says, "Timur, what do you think of this?"
I'd say we're in for an interesting night.
Cracks knuckles.
May is going to sort
Or like
of
crack stones.
Yeah.
climb down from her bunk and grab her robe and put it on and check to see if Tenzin is awake.
Tenzin is currently sitting in his bed, just legs crossed, and his eyes are closed.
Tenzin? She kind of like taps him on the shoulder. Tenzin? Oh,
Is it dawn yet?
no. But I think I just saw something outside the train, and based on the screams, I think Sofian saw it too. You may want to come with me. And she's gonna pull her robe around herself, go out into the hallway, and go knock on their door.
You might want to be careful.
It's just me. She says quietly outside the door. It's just me. It's May.
There's probably someone else out there too.
Well, I'm not knocking on your door. I'm knocking on. Are you? Or did you go over into their room? Right, I forgot.
Yeah,
You've got your
they're
little
all
hallway.
in.
They're all in there.
Would I know? I know this is a silly question, but I mean, we are in the middle of India, correct? Would a fez be worn by people in this country? It feels like more of a Middle Eastern hat, right?
So, let's see. I want you to. No, Sofian would know this. Sofian would know this. Yes, a fez is a more Middle Eastern, Turkish in particular, but namely made popular by the Ottomans.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ottoman Empire covered a great deal of distance. It is also popular in parts of Northern Africa as well, but it's mainly Turkey
Right.
and neighboring areas.
And we're really far from Turkey.
Yeah.
And
the Ottoman Empire did expand not just into Middle East, but also into Eastern Europe.
But not into India.
Not into India. There are hats similar to the fez.
You're right.
And
yeah.
in some places the fez is used, actually, like in Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the popular hat would be the so-called Gandhi hat.
Okay.
So May is knocking on their door and saying, "It's May." Hello?
Oh,
Sophia, and I
sorry. I'm
you're
just
awake.
staring at the window. I apologize. Yes. Dr. Moll, apologies. I'm going to let in a friend of mine. Chang Mei, she's wonderful. Yes. Opens the door.
May, I'll just squish myself on top of these guys. Hi. I'll sort of squeeze my way in and say, "Good evening, Dr. Moll. Sorry to wake you." Sophia, why did you scream?
I was telling Dr. Moore, I saw something on the outside of the train. A figure crawling along the outside of the window.
I saw it too.
You did?
I think. I saw something and it looked like a person.
I thought I was hallucinating. I thought that maybe that yesterday's affairs had gotten to my brain. I was having a nightmare or something. But yes, it was wearing a red hat, a fez.
I didn't see a hat, but I definitely saw something crawling on the outside of the train.
Okay. If you and I both saw it, then neither you nor I are certainly having hallucinations. And if that means what I think it means, then we are in deep and very certain danger. I think we should alert the others.
You are right.
Dr. Moll, I hope you don't mind our conversation.
I am very confused do you often see things out in the night? And
We have seen some strange things in sandstorms before.
Yes. Amongst other places.
crazy drop.
That said, Dr. Moore, I appreciate any assistance that we can obtain. We all could, honestly, and we would like to make sure that whatever kind of horrendous thing on the outside of the train remains outside of the train and does not intrude upon our personages.
May sort of gets a look on her face and just goes, "One moment, please." And I'm not gonna do it on the map, but she's gonna rush back into her carriage and check to make sure that the bowls are safely hidden. She would not have put those in the baggage car.
Yep, they are safely tucked away wherever you had placed them.
I think it's
Okay,
important that we go perhaps car to car, or I should say room to room within the car, and alert our friends. Starting
Well, I
with
don't
Timur, who's right next door.
Well, Timur came into your room.
Oh, he did? I didn't see him. I'm sorry. He's very quiet.
Yes. We should tell Demian and
Crowded room.
Dr. Lockhart.
Yeah. Creeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon leans over. Excuse me, Miss Chang. He realizes that you're wearing a robe.
I've covered. I've pulled it very tightly around me.
Yeah.
And I say, "It's all right. I'm covered."
Yes, Timur and I are here, and
Yes.
that
Yes.
does not bode well.
No, it does not. If that's the case, perhaps our friends Charles and Dr. Lockhart, of course.
I also
Yes,
saw
we should
something-
tell them.
I also saw something as of recently.
You saw one of the creatures, or the creature. I assuming that I may call it that. I don't think a person could crawl along.
No, I saw something else.
What is it that you
What did you see?
saw?
It was like down the hall.
You saw.
Kind of woman. It was like a woman wearing a kimono.
A
Well,
woman.
there are other women on.
That is true. Yes, I mean maybe.
There are other women on this train.
But do you see them wearing such a dress
I mean,
in that style?
the
Well,
fashion-
May sort of looks down at her own bathrobe and then looks back up and says, "I don't know what they wear to bed, but it is possible."
A bit late to be staying up, but considering the circumstances.
Perhaps you had to use the WC. Perhaps. I mean, there is one on each side of the car.
Right.
Perhaps she just couldn't sleep.
Dr. Maul also speaks up and says, this could also just be exhaustion from traveling on a train. It is late. There are lamps along the railway to light it at certain points. It could be that someone tried jumping on the train. I'm sure that the conductors would ensure that there are no stowaways. But perhaps we should rest and collect ourselves and see you in the morning?
I think we should alert at least the conductor of
I
this.
appreciate your level-headedness, Doctor, but I will, for my own peace of mind, inform Dr. Lockhart and Charles.
Okay. Dr. Maul nods and says, yes, we can inform the conductor and Miss Chang to check on Dr. Lockhart and Mr. Lockhart.
Yeah, I go to knock on their door.
Yeah. So the conductor actually arrives also. Dr. Lockhart and Charles Lockhart, you hear a knock on your door.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, that's a good question. You want to roll me a listen, bud?
Sure. I had a few whiskeys. We'll see if I hear it this time. Nope.
Nope.
No.
Dr. Lockhart, would you like to roll listen, or do you just want to be?
See?
Oh, jeez,
Oh.
man.
Oh, man.
Okay, so here's how this works. Eventually, Miss Chang Mei, you have to like bang on this door.
Yeah, I had to hit on it pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be polite, and then with louder,
Mhm.
and then finally she's like, knock, knock, knock.
Dr. and Mr. Lockhart, feel free to decide amongst yourselves who answers the door and how your current status is.
It's me. I open up the door very, very smallly. And I have my hair is all, it is what it is. And I'm in a robe, and my eyes are about this open. And I say, yes, May.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Lockhart, but there's been an incident.
Fuck.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'd rather not say it out in the
wasn't- it
hallway,
didn't
but
hap-
you might need a moment to collect
Ah,
yourself.
Yes, thank you. I'll make sure Eleanor gets up as well. It wasn't the gentleman next door, was it?
What do you
Didn't
mean
have
the
to do with
gentleman?
him, did it?
Sofian like busts in a little bit. And
Not to
what
my
gentleman
knowledge.
next door? You have a? There's someone next door.
As Sofian tries to push the door, I just put my shoulder into it, so it's literally just my head.
Oh dear.
Like, Sofian, you're not. What do you? No, you're not coming in here.
No, I didn't intend to come in, Charles. I simply wanted to know. He's like talking really loudly.
Gentlemen, please.
I just
Charles?
closed the door.
I knew Americans were rude, but I didn't know how.
You just hear a little click and a.
May uncharacteristically leans over to Sophia and goes, Sophia, he was naked.
Oh,
Because I'm guessing
I
this
did
is
not
not
have
the first
pants
time.
on.
This is definitely not the first time that May has had to knock on their door and discovered them in this state, so she knows, and she's just like, she was like, you need a minute to collect yourself.
I see.
Please put pants on.
Right.
That's code for put your damn pants on, Charles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
But we rallied surprisingly quickly.
let's
And
You're lucky you didn't see my butt. That's all I gotta say.
to go ahead and give them their privacy. Timur, I think that perhaps we should speak to the conductor. I perhaps rally the rest of the passengers in this coach, just in case something untoward happens. Yes?
I
Indeed.
don't know. I don't know that it's necessary to wake everyone up.
No,
but-
I disagree. I think we should wake everyone up
And say what?
and say I think that there is a distinct danger of them being accosted by this creature or whatever it was on the outside of the train.
And you don't think that will make us sound completely mad?
I don't give a damn.
all right.
You
I
realize
opened the door, dressed in some trousers and a shirt and a robe, and
I don't come out.
I say,
Yeah.
well, the, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, just
No, he's on third. I don't give a damn. He's on third.
clear the doorway, please. Let's see what this is all about.
Fine, I don't want to speak
And
in
then
the hallway.
I come out fairly quickly afterwards.
Charles,
My hair looks a little better, and I have pants on.
pat his hair down. Would you like to go wake Fergus?
That's a wonderful idea. I walk down to our old room and I do a different knock. I do on the door.
You see a. Oh.
I don't know if
Ah,
this is a
what is it?
Fergus. I lean over to Eleanor as he's doing that, and I say, I don't know if this is a Fergus situation.
Fergus opens the
Oh.
door.
Nearly every situation is a Fergus situation.
And through blurry eyes, I say, and bloodshot eyes, I say,
Mhm.
Ferg, I think we have something that's going on in the train.
Ah,
Sophia just sort of like motions the conductor to come over.
Yes, what is it?
Yes.
Fergus says, Charles, it's a little bit late for another round, isn't it? And
No,
May is
that's not
just
what I'm talking about, bud. No, we're not drinking. Something's going on.
all
There's
right,
a storm of sand and things outside or something. I don't know. We need you. Come on out.
all
Put some
right.
pants on. And I close his door.
Yeah. He's wearing a kilt, I guess. The conductor does
He
come
could
go
be,
to
yeah.
Sophia and says, yes, what is it?
Yes,
Why have you all roused?
apologies. Your name, I didn't get it at the start.
More.
Moore, yes, Mr. Moore. I think it's very important, perhaps a life or death situation, that we rouse all the members of this particular coach. I don't have the authority to do so, but I think it's important that you do so as soon as humanly possible.
Has something happened?
Yes, something has happened. I was witness, as was my compatriot May, to an aberrant monstrosity of some kind crawling along the side of this train car. It is very likely, if it is indeed able to do so and has the temerity as well as the intelligence to do so, it will board the train and do ghastly harm to all of us.
Sofian, go ahead and roll me a persuade.
Sure. I have a 10 in persuade.
yeah, I know this is not going to go well.
Ooh. Yas, queen.
Okay.
God.
Sofian, do
Too
you
frazzled.
want
What,
to attempt
May?
to...
May's
You want
going
to
to
attempt
look
to
over
push
and
or
say,
no?
Oh, I'm not going to push. Hell no. I
May
just
is
look at
going
his face
to-
and I'm like, this is landing.
May is going to place a hand on Sofian's shoulder and say, please forgive my friend's exuberance. Travel makes him nervous. But we did see something on the outside of the train, perhaps a vagrant trying to board as we have slowed down in the sandstorm.
Vagrant, May? This was no vagrant. How could a vagrant crawl along the...
Sofian! Shh!
Chang Mei, why don't you roll me your choice of fast talk, charm, or persuade?
God, I don't think I'm very good at any of these technically. Oh, wait, no, I'm good at persuade. Okay, there we go. Come on, dice.
Hell yes.
Yes.
27. The conductor says, all right, how about this? Would you please first return to your sleeping compartments, and I will confer with the other members of the staff. I will assure you I am a trained... I'm also the railway guard here. I also act as security along with the bartender, David. We will go check the train and see if there are any stowaways or individuals attempting to catch a free ride to Patna.
This person seemed quite quick on their feet, so I would be cautious if I were you.
I appreciate the concern, Miss. I've been in the service of the Indian Railway for many years, and we have had our fair share of attempted stowaways. So I assure you, there'll be no harm to them if they are not dangerous, and we will simply deliver them to the appropriate authorities upon arrival at destination. That said, yes, we may be arriving a little bit later than expected. I was going to inform yourselves as well as the rest of the passengers once we arrived. At least in the morning, I would let you know, as we are going through a sandstorm and such conditions merit a slower travel. So please,
Thank
everyone.
you for your consideration.
Of course, please, everyone. There's no need to be alarmed. Just simply return to your quarters. If there's anything we can get you to help ease your nerves, by all means, do let us know. And the conductor will head off.
once the conductor is gone,
David is brow someone
May-
made bar.
May will turn to Lockhart, Charles, and Sophia and say, "Now, Sophia, tell the doctor what we saw."
Sofian sighs, gives May a little bit of a condescending look.
That's fine. He can condescend all he wants. He
Oh.
sounds like a crazy person.
Totally fair. Sofian doesn't realize anything of what the fuck is going on. He says, "Friends," and Tenzin, "I would like you all." I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And then breathes a sigh of relief and chuckles.
I was witness to a ghastly, horrendous figure that was crawling on the outside of the train, like some kind of strange bat, as you might find an animal crawling along a rock with the same dexterity and fluidity of motion. This was a man, however, or perhaps some kind of man-like thing. It wore a strange red fez, like they wear in Turkey. Yes.
I did not see the hat, but I did
That
see
man?
the creature.
Yes.
Did you see where it went?
I see which direction it went.
It went. It would have gone to the left of the map.
Towards the back of the train or to the front of the train?
Towards the back of the train.
Towards the back of the train. I say, yes, I saw it crawling past my window in the direction I would assume May's cabin, and then therefore to the rear of the train.
We didn't hear anything. But
I was knocked out. Sorry.
No apologies needed. I think in this case, if the six of us, including, of course, Timur and Demian and Tenzin, I think that would make 7, I guess. If we're all alright, and
Fergus is good too. He's fine.
your acquaintance, Fergus? I don't recall you.
He was the best man at my wedding, Sofian. He's more than an acquaintance.
Oh, I did not know he was that familiar to you.
He's like my best friend in the world.
I see. Well, perhaps he could join in our hunt for this horrendous...
As Eleanor said earlier, every situation.
it's a Fergus situation.
I don't understand that at all, but I'm
Capable.
going to go with it.
If he will believe us.
So we never have a decent night's sleep. All right. Do you propose we continue down?
Yes, I
Back
propose
to
that
the
we garner as many people as we can who will believe us, and perhaps ally ourselves to ridding this train of this thing.
Well, firearms aren't necessarily a good idea on a train, right?
No. I'll bring my billy club. I think I have a billy club with
Well,
me.
we of course have Timur and his wonderful pugilistic skills.
Then we are well
Oh,
prepared.
that's right. I have a blackjack.
I think the term you're looking for, Sofian, is fists of fury.
Yes, those, of course. If you
It's
know
just
of any
self-
others,
It's just self-defense.
of course, self-defense. I don't know how you're so good at it.
Effective defense.
Perhaps
Practice.
this gentleman who's on the other side of your cabin, you mentioned him?
Yeah, Simon.
His name is Simon.
Huh?
Are you familiar with him? Did you meet him? Is he susceptible to persuasion of
Well, let's
this?
go check on him. So I go to his door and I go,
Was
There's
that
no
was,
answer.
was that a knock? Sorry, Charles, it didn't come through.
The mic isn't picking up your knocks.
Yes, I knocked on his.
Oh, with the special
I
knock?
knocked.
With
I
the
did
boom,
the
boom, boom, boom,
specific,
boom?
the special knock.
There's no answer.
Nothing, John.
No answer.
I do 3 quick pounds. Simon, you in there?
No answer.
Strange. I heard him speak
Do
earlier.
I see the conductor?
Oh shit! Do I hear Timur say that?
What did Timur say?
He said, "Strange." I heard him speak earlier.
I don't know.
Tima. I must have been really out. What did you hear him say?
He was speaking in French.
I know French.
Great. What did he say, Tima? Can you repeat it relatively?
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Maul goes up to you, Timur, and says, Timur, we practice test. I believe in you. You can do this.
This guy's the best ever. That sounds like you put a record backwards. I didn't understand if you... It's not French at all.
I don't think it's pronounced with Cyrillic.
Yes,
Dr. Maul sighs and says,
I'm reading the thing, by the way.
I love it. It's so good.
Dr. Maul says, puts a hand on your shoulder and says, well, if you happen to be in Padma for a while, we'll do some rudimentary French. But...
Oh, I would like to join that. He just perks up.
I go on I take a train. I've gained a drinking friend that I do not drink with, and 2 students. Wonderful. It is French for... It is nothing. I was mistaken.
Who was he saying that to? Himself?
And about
Well,
what?
the conductor was trying to knock
quickly
on his
go
door.
in my room and pull the bell for the conductor.
Eventually, the conductor does return from the direction of the salon car. And says, yes, I'm here. What is the
Mr.
matter?
Ma,
Yes.
can you please check on Mr. Simon inside of his room, please?
Mr. Robert, right.
Yes,
And
sorry.
he just goes, he knocks. Mr. Robert, apologies for the late disturbance.
We've
He
not.
wasn't answering before.
That's correct. He was not answering.
Mr. Robert! And then he just sighs and says, excuse me, reaches into his pocket and pulls out the master key,
Oh, fuck.
unlocks it, and just says, apologies for this disturbance, Mr. Roberts, but this is important. And pushes open the door.
I follow behind him.
I do not.
Yeah, I'm staying in the hall for this one, thanks.
Charles, you step in, and your footstep is wet.
I knew it!
I look down.
You look down, you see the pooling puddle of blood on the floor of the dead body of Simon Robert.
No, fuck.
Hope you put some shoes on.
And
No, I'm
that is where we're going to go for break.
All right.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
God.
We got there.
We got to break. This is good, man.
Oh boy.
I'm loving
Wow.
this. All right.
Ah,
How's a good 7 minutes just to get everybody
yeah.
Yeah.
little stretch, little break, little something, something.
Wake up.
Heck yeah. All right. So 7 minutes. We'll be back in 7. Don't go anywhere. More Call of Cthulhu after this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this Call of Cthulhu campaign, Children of Fear. While investigators are on the Calcutta Express and, surprise, there's been a
There's been a
murder.
murder. Chung chung.
And so let's get back right into it. As the light from the corridor shines into this room, you notice the pooling blood on the floor of Simon Roberts. And you see you hear the conductor go, "Good God!" And just like covers his mouth and nose.
I look down at my feet, which are bare, by the way. I don't have shoes on. And I Would I have to like? I wouldn't slip, would I?
No, you just put one foot in unless you went further in.
No, and I just kind of was. I just try and peek around the corner, but the I think I stop with the foot blood.
Hmm. So, what do y'all do?
So this guy's
What
name
is-
was Simon Roberts.
Correct.
Okay.
From the hallway, May will ask, what has happened?
How does it look like he? How does it look like he died?
Do you want to investigate? Okay, you want to go into the room?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
I just love the look that Vanessa just gave Chris right there. She was like this. She was like, why? Do you want to
I
fucking
get my
die?
foot bloody, I guess.
But no, yeah. Wouldn't mind stepping in.
Okay, Timur,
Mr. Mall, let the U.S. government handle this, please.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Dr. Maul just goes like, suit yourself, Mr. American. I am a doctor.
No, Mr. Moore, Mr. Moore,
Well, Mr. Moore. Okay.
not Dr. Mall.
Yeah, Mr. Moore just
But,
says,
Charles,
Um,
perhaps the doctor should have a look.
Look at all the blood, honey. I don't think he's gonna be much help.
At which point, May again says from the hallway, I take this to mean he is deceased?
That's my assumption.
That is a lot of blood.
All right.
I mean, we opened the door. Is he dead? I'm assuming he's dead.
he is very dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Hmm.
So how did he die?
So, Timur, if you're going to be doing the investigation, the first thing you notice clearly is that he is pretty much missing his throat,
Ugh.
Okay then.
and his entire chest and stomach is bloody.
Like bloody with his blood, or like clawed up.
Eviscerated.
It is full of his blood, and there are punctures in his body.
Oh boy.
Now, if you want to do a more in-depth examination, help me out. Would that be first aid or medicine?
Probably medicine.
Yeah,
It is
first
probably
aid is
medicine,
to first aid is to repair. I think the
Heal
only purpose
someone,
of
yeah.
first aid is actually to repair when someone is unconscious or
No,
needs health.
Medicine. Oh yeah,
Medicine.
It's impossible for me.
Unless you like have sciences or something like that, right? Certain
Hey
Yeah,
man,
so,
I once rolled a 1 on a skill I had 5 in. It can happen.
That's true.
Yeah, so Timur, if you like, go ahead and roll medicine.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible. It's just very improbable.
Very unlikely.
Yo,
Beats me.
closer than I expected.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You straight up know that this guy is dead, of course. Something ripped out his throat. But like, it looks like he was also hit in the chest. Like there are like holes in his shirt.
Gash to the. Definitely
big are
a
the
gash.
holes?
Yeah.
And it's like
May is
torn
going to
open and stuff
slip
like
back
that.
into her room to change out of her pajamas and into regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone okay. Here I'm intrigued. Sofian was told Timur. Sorry, let me rewind. Timur said something that this guy who is dead spoke to the conductor.
Right.
What? Okay, sorry. Sofian looks at you, Timur, and says, "About what time would that have been, Timur?"
Rather fairly recent.
So let me space some things out.
Please.
It is roughly around like 4 in the morning right now.
Okay.
the crawling along the wall kind of just happened. Timur would have heard the words, like maybe around like 1 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a few hours ago.
Thank you, Timur. And, I turn to the conductor. Mr. Moore, you can corroborate that you spoke to the deceased at 1 in the morning.
I heard of someone speaking back in French. I assumed that perhaps Mr. Roberts preferred French as a private language.
Does anyone know this man? Beyond the fact that we've met him tonight. Did anyone meet him?
Speaking to you at the bar.
Yeah, all he said was, it's kind of funny now. And Charles is kind of rubbing his head a little bit. He says, well, it's kind of funny now. The guy came to me earlier and he said he thought somebody was going to kill him.
Sofian, like
Obviously.
just head shifts right to Charles, just like, someone was going to kill him!
That's what he said. He came to me and he said, I feel like you would be somebody that could help me. And I said, well, okay, knock on your wall if anything bad happens. And I didn't hear anything. Eleanor, did you hear anything?
No?
Did he say why he thought that someone was trying to kill him?
No, just that he was involved in some dealings,
No, I don't. Could you be a little bit more specific? I'm quite unattained in what it is that you're meaning.
In your world, it would be like counterfeit photography.
So he
Not quite above board, if you know what I mean.
So he was a. So
He was making money the way he needed to make money. That's all I know.
A criminal.
He was an individual who did things that some of it was legal and some of it might have been a little fuzzy.
According to what he said to you.
That's what he said to me.
Did he mention specifically what his criminal activities were?
He was a man who could get things for you if that's what you wanted. I'm thinking like antiquities.
So he was a black market antiquities dealer.
No Roscoe Freeman, but
I don't know who that is. But
famous in America, don't worry about it.
That's fine, I'm sure he'll come to his own one day. I'm not the kind of person to quite like... Well, actually, that's not true at all. I have no problem with the sight of blood. I've actually grown inured to it. So if you don't mind, I'll be more than all right with going in
I
and...
just hold the door open.
Sofian goes in, and I don't think you've ever seen him look at a corpse before. Like, you've seen him, dealing with monsters and crazy shit and stuff like that, but I don't think you've ever seen him deal with a body. And he seems just sort of almost very clinical about it. He steps around the blood, he doesn't get his nice shoes dirty, he doesn't get his nightclothes dirty, but he sort of sets down next to the body as best he can and takes a look at it.
Okay. So, what are you trying to discern from this look?
I mean, it's pretty clear how he died. His throat has been ripped out, and he's got a couple holes in his chest or some shit like that. And I say, well, I don't know exactly when he died. Does anyone have an idea? Perhaps someone of a medical profession, eyes meet with Dr. Mall, or someone else, as to when it is that he died.
Dr. Mall pulls on a set of leather gloves. All right, I will... First French, now medicine. What an eventful night. And he too enters into the room, and you see, as clinically as Sofian, begins to examine the body. Where is your sheet? There is your sheet.
I bring you
Okay.
a towel for your feet.
I will complain.
Yeah.
You've already. Damn it.
What's that?
Dr. Mall begins his examination and begins to pull several items and point them out to you, Sofian. Well, first, clearly, throat ripped out. That would kill anyone. He also has several stab wounds in his chest. Looks like a knife of some kind. And
A knife.
I look
knife.
around. Do I see a knife anywhere in the cabin?
Look, give me a spot hidden.
Yep.
Is there a pattern that the stab marks look like they're in? Yo.
Nice.
Spot hidden. Underneath the bed, Sofian, a knife catches your eye.
I look under the bed. I say, "Does anyone?" No, actually. Oh, well, I wouldn't have it with me because I just got up. Does anyone have a handkerchief?
I check my smoking jacket pocket, and I have
Yeah.
one. I gave it to him.
Take it. And I reach under the bed.
And you pull out this switchblade.
Huh. Well, I believe we found one of our tools of the...
Is it bloody?
Is it?
It is
Does
bloody.
it look like it's been used
Yeah,
recently?
yeah, it's got blood on
It is bloody.
Okay.
Not only on the blade, but also on the handle.
Hilt. Okay. Hilt and handle.
Say a switchblade of this kind. I take a look at the switchblade. Does it have any marks on it? Any monogram? Anything? Any make?
Discerning
It
marks.
does. It does have carved into it SR.
SR. Simon Roberts. This is his own knife.
Wait.
At this point,
Maybe he
May. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Maybe he's defending himself with it, and it got turned on him.
You see as Dr. Mall examines some of the wounds after opening the chest. Yes, it looks like the knife was used on him.
At this point, May comes sort of padding out of her room. She's dressed now in trousers that she's rolled up to about mid-calf and a simple shirt. And she's carrying a towel, which she lays down on the floor outside of the room. She is barefoot. And she enters sort of like somewhat gracefully hopping to avoid the blood on the floor, like sort of little dancer like leaps over it, and goes to examine the window in his room.
Funny you should ask, because I failed to mention this in the initial description. The window is open,
Buckety shit.
Of course.
and
Yeah,
there's some sand inside.
Bury
There's
the
sand.
lead there.
Mm-hmm.
Sand inside, and she's sort of looking to see if there's any sign that someone or something either came in or left through this window.
Go ahead and roll me. Oh, what would be? I want to say spot hidden, but I want to see if there's something more interesting. It would probably just still be spot hidden, or spot hidden or track.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with spot hidden based on my scores. This isn't about getting points. This is about actually getting information. God, luck point. One luck.
Damn
Luck
straight.
point.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I'll burn
Meh.
a single luck on that.
You do notice that there's a little bit of blood on the inside of the window latch.
She'll turn and make eye contact with Sofian and say, well, I don't know if it came in this way, but it certainly looks like it left this way. which means it may have been in here for a while.
Dr. Moore, do you have a estimated time of death?
Within the last 6 to 8 hours,
That doesn't
the
really help
body is
much.
still has not bloated at all, and we only just saw him at supper. There's also these items, and he points out a handkerchief with a letter embroidered on it. H. And also, what looks to be a burned newspaper clipping with a word. Rothahitha.
Rotha. Does that make any? Do I know what that means? Like, is that a pronoun? Is that a name or?
It is a pronoun, and who has read a local newspaper in the last 72 hours?
Not me.
I believe someone has read a newspaper in a hotel.
I think I did, didn't I?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Charles. Go ahead and roll me history.
Said it was a pronoun. What language would that be in?
English.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Would you like to
balls.
push this?
Add rolls for me tonight.
You got luck, or you want to push it?
Push it. Those are
I
real
guess I
good.
could push it.
Do you still have the paper with you?
I just roll again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ooh, man, by 1 point. Holy shit.
Yeah, you are standing there and you're just trying to Rothahitha. It sounds so familiar. And
Rothahitha.
And you realize it sounds familiar because it is a name of a street. Specifically, it was an article called The Rothahitha Fez, as there seemed to be some sort of fez collector for some reason. Back in New Delhi. And according to the article, a bunch of these fezzes were collected in this private collection, and burglars had broken in to steal from this collector. The owner of the place was gravely injured. One of the servants was flat out murdered. And a handful of fezzes were stolen. And of course, the criminals have not been caught.
Do you relate that to us, or?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Fezzes are... People wear them all the time, though, right? It's not like there's anything special or about a fez, right?
There is if you collect them.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, unless they were owned or worn by somebody
By a famous
special, I
person,
guess.
yeah.
Or particularly well made. Who knows?
That's
why
true.
somebody
That's possible.
collects things.
Or made and discontinued. Maybe the hat maker doesn't exist anymore. You know.
Maybe the guy just really likes fezzes.
Maybe.
Hmm.
When you mention the word fez to me, though, Charles, I say, this thing was wearing a blood-red fez.
Well, then at least that gives us a prime suspect then, doesn't it? Whatever you saw potentially killed Simon. With
Question
high
still remains,
likelihood.
why?
I don't know.
That's true.
Does Simon have any, like, what are his material possessions?
Yeah, there's like a trunk on the upper thing.
I take
on
it
the,
down.
on the rack.
I take it down.
Yeah, I was good. May will help him with that
Thank you,
because
May.
she's thinking the same thing. Time to go through his stuff.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you pop it open. Actually, it is locked.
Fuck. Timur!
Yes.
Punch it.
Or lock? Doesn't he lockpick?
Yeah.
Timur, do you
sorry,
have lockpicking?
This is like Baldur's Gate. If the lockpick doesn't
Locksmith.
work, just force the goddamn thing open.
I do not have
Locksmith,
lockpick.
it's
You don't have
very
lockpick? Does anyone?
Wait, do I?
The
I don't know.
switchblade.
He's a ninja. He's good at
I
everything.
mean, I have a 1.
Yep. That was the one that one time, way back in the day, Eudora had a 1 in locksmith and actually rolled a 1.
Yeah, I've got a 1 in
Did I?
locksmith too.
Me too.
You could check his body to see if he has the keys.
Good
That's
point.
true, yeah.
Good point. Good point. Unless it's one of those
You know what?
combination locks.
It is a key
Check
lock.
his
his
pocket.
Key lock.
You know what? Gotta check the body for like a key or something.
And
like
I will
There you
look
go.
around the room for a key.
Is he if he has a wardrobe, as they often do on these trains, I'll start looking through his clothes for a key.
We're looking
Go
around.
ahead and-
like, yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a spot hiddens.
Ah, fuck!
Ooh.
Damn, that's a.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
hard
That's a
failure.
fumble.
That's a
yeah.
fumble. 100 is a fumble.
Listen, I
Yeah.
slip on the blood.
Oh lord.
Yeah, Timur, you've got now like your entire leg covered in blood right now.
Oh.
God.
Man, what is this? The early
Nice,
90s
Sofian.
film Blade?
I've never actually seen that movie.
Pretty good.
All right.
There's a blood shower at the very beginning of the film.
I haven't seen that movie
So-
in years.
Chang Mei and Sofian, the two of you do not find a key.
Damn.
Bloody hell.
However,
Okay.
Sofian, with an extreme success, you know something odd about Simon.
Besides the fact that his throat has been torn out.
It's funny you mentioned the throat, because somewhere around where his hairline is, there's like a weird like injury, like a little bit of peeling skin.
Oh no.
I move towards the scalp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks very odd, like a line or a seam.
I take I just avert your eyes, and I take the
And the-
hair,
Oh, I will avert.
and I start to lift the hair.
I'm looking.
You lift at the hair, the face comes off.
Oh,
Holy
fuck!
shit, I'm
Uh,
so glad I'm not looking.
Firstly, also I should have asked before. Chang Mei and Sofian should have rolled
Sanity check.
sanity
Yeah.
way before.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
For
For seeing the thing in the
Success.
window.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Success.
Okay. Cool, great. Y'all just that's just
Take his
regular
face
subway.
off.
Yeah. Now, Sofian,
That's-
you have to roll sanity again.
Yeah, no, this is for real. This is Christ, Jesus. I'm okay.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Nothing
You,
is surprising at this point.
Face off.
I mean, that's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
you pull off the face of Simon Roberts
Yo.
to reveal the body of Cyril D. Hartwood.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
Excuse you.
Cyril?
Another guy.
Cyril T. Hartwood. Which one the fuck
Cyril
is?
D. Hartwood.
He
Which one was
the
he?
personal
Was-
assistant of Christine or something.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh, he was the handsomest of the handsome guys.
He had the mustache.
He had the mustache. What
Well,
the
then
fuck?
Where the hell is Simon?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, if that's Cyril,
What?
then where the hell is Simon?
Well, bit of news.
And where's Christine?
Yes. Yes, all of these are great, wonderful, excellent questions, in fact. I'm hoping that our conductor may, in fact, guide us to the answers to all of them.
Unless the real Simon is who we saw outside.
Who is Cyril? What does he have to do with any of this?
Dr. Maul starts going around the pockets and finds something in a chest pocket and just says, and pulls out a wallet with his and holds it out.
Take it.
You open it up. It does say inside there's an identification, Cyril D. Hartwood, but there's a badge, and it says Archaeological Society of India.
Oh my god. I show this to Eleanor immediately. Eleanor, look.
Do I recognize anything?
You know that the Archaeological Society of India is part of the Indian Civil Services underneath the British Raj, and they are responsible for cataloging and recording any history from archaeological sites, artifacts of any importance. It is also rumored that they were heavily involved in clandestine activities.
Grave robbing, perhaps?
Well, we won't know exactly what he was involved with. Now, will we?
Did he have a carriage? We should check it.
He was in
Does he
room
have-
12.
Room 12. Thank you, Conductor Moore. I'm...
May is gonna hop back out of the room,
I'm just
wipe
wiping
her
the
feet
blood.
off on the towel that she left outside, and then toss it to Timur.
Just trying to wipe
And
off
then-
the coating of the. Yeah.
Head for room 12 and see if the door is locked.
The door is open, and it is empty.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Empty as in no belongings, no luggage, no nothing? Or just no person?
There are belongings there. There's no person.
No.
Might as well go
He's
through the
dead.
belongings. Then.
May's gonna go rifle through his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You find ammunition, a knife. You also find an extra set of clothes. You find a set of brass knuckles.
Excuse me?
You find a set of
Timur's like,
What was his-
mine.
Well, what'd you say after brass knuckles?
you find a set of lockpicks
Ooh.
Ooh.
and a set of handcuffs.
Interesting.
Pinky.
May's gonna take the handcuffs just because her brain goes, these are gonna be useful at some point. Even without a key.
There is also a key for it.
Oh, okay, yes. May is 100% taking those handcuffs just
May-
because it seems like a good idea.
What did you find in there?
I suppose what you might expect. There's some ammunition, a knife, some brass knuckles, kind of like yours, Timur.
Oh, and one more
And-
thing. You do find a sketch of Simon Roberts.
Okay. There's also a sketch of Simon Roberts and a set of handcuffs and some lockpicks, if anyone here knows how to use them.
I think I do.
Sounds like he was after Mr. Roberts.
Clearly, and
Suspicion of
Mr.
his
Roberts got
crimes.
to him first.
Was he... I just don't understand. How could he have been wearing his face?
Don't know if he was wearing it for long. That may... Well, no, but that doesn't answer where Simon is.
Simon's face is on the man.
Like I said, maybe Simon is the thing we saw outside.
Oh my. No.
It's a bit of a leap, but it's the only solution I can come up with for one corpse wearing another man's face.
Grisly.
So we have 2 deaths.
Yes.
Well,
Or
maybe,
perhaps,
maybe not.
it depending on whether this creature was Simon Roberts or not. You found a
That's
pair
true.
of some lockpicks, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps we could use them
I-
on the
We-
on the gentleman's
We
suitcase.
could certainly try. I, for one, don't think I know how.
I'm sure that perhaps Damien. Have we asked him?
Let me check Damien's.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Damien just goes, lockpick's a little bit hard for my hand.
Does
And you
anyone
see
know
the
how?
mangled
I just
hand.
like scream out. I'm like, does anyone know how to pick a bloody lock?
Good question.
Fergus, come on, Fergus.
Yeah, for God's sake, Fergus.
Fergus should be able to do this.
Don't make me
Fergus
wake up the other
doesn't have
four passengers.
Hang on, I'm checking. I'm checking who might actually have lockpicking because
Just
vaguely
shoot the
remember
lock.
this.
Miss Deadite says, just shoot the lock. I mean,
You could just shoot the lock.
just shoot the lock.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't think anyone has lockpicking, but yeah,
You found our weakness.
It's technically locksmith, I think, is what you use. But
locksmith.
Yeah, locksmith.
Yeah.
well, then May's gonna pocket the lockpicks that no one knows how to use, just in case somebody figures it out later.
All right. Jeez.
Maybe on our next level up, May will learn how to pick locks.
Just trying to think about.
Locksmith? I don't think so. No.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do. I have a 1, but
We
Yeah,
all
we all have
have
ones.
ones in locksmith. It sucks.
I'm pretty sure that one time that I
shits.
wrote. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to pull another Eudora here, but
Mhm.
yep, definitely not, and not enough to make it worth looking at.
you know what?
You gonna
John,
look it,
can
bro?
I use 8 points of luck?
Oh, he got a 9. He got a 9 on his locksmith.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Not
Sweet, I
bad.
tossed you the lockpicks. They're yours now.
Nice.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
a
I
politician would
use
know
my
how to break a
diplomat
lock.
community and
All right, you pop open the trunk. Pop open the trunk, and
pop that
you
trunk.
you find that there are amongst some clothes just crammed into the case. You do see that there are several small statuettes, a couple of small like goblets, and most notably missing is this large mass of like in the trunk. We assume several fezzes would have been stacked upon each other.
Mhm. Sorry, what is the guy who's actually? I'm putting in my notes. The guy who's actually dead. What's his name again?
Cyril D. Hartwood, ASI
Daryl?
agent. Cyril, Cyril. Yeah.
Okay. Have we tried talking to Miss? What's her name?
Christine Hewitt.
Miss
Christi-
Hewitt.
What was their association? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
He was her assistant.
He was her assistant. Did she
Well-
know he was a card-carrying member of the Antiquity Society?
I don't know. Let's find out.
After you, I don't know the woman.
Oh,
I knock on her door.
there you go.
There is no answer
Oh, Christ.
Oh no.
at first.
Jonathan! You
Well done.
dinkus!
And you just hear a soft voice going, "Is everything all right?"
Miss Hewitt, it seems as if there has been some commotion on the train. Would you mind just speaking with me for a moment, please?
Yes, of course. And she just sort of like stays there at the door, peeking out.
So sorry to bother you. Um, we were just wondering, um, what was your relation with Mr. Hartwood?
Oh, he was my travel assistant and guide. I'm on my way to the next set.
And, had you known him long?
For a couple weeks maybe? Why all these questions?
I look around at everybody else.
I just pat you on the back.
I'm
You got this.
sorry to share this news, Miss Hewitt, but it seems as if something has happened to him, and um, we were all wondering if perhaps you knew if he had any ill relations with anybody on this train.
Go ahead and roll me persuade or charm. Charm.
Woo!
All right.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Mark that success, baby.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Christine just says, Dr. Lockhart, was it?
Yes.
There are a great many people outside. Please. She glances behind her. I will speak with you. But privately.
Of course.
So you step inside, and she quickly closes the door. Because inside is Countess Natasha Andal.
Oh,
What the what?
good morning, Countess. I was not expecting you.
I was not
Is all
expecting.
well?
I was not expecting so many visits or visitors. What has happened out there?
Well, the conductor said we've been stopped for a sandstorm. And I regret to say that it seems there has been some grisly behavior tonight when concerning Mr. Hartwood and perhaps the other fellow, Mr. Roberts, was involved. It's quite unclear, so was wondering if you knew anything.
Christine says, Natasha, it's all right. It was what I was trying to. I was confiding you in about. Dr. Lockhart. Yes, I am aware that Mr. Hartwood is a member of the ASI. Wait, that's not the voice. I am aware that he is a member of the ASI, and I was approached by him and the society recently. I was to be his cover, you see, as I took this train, and he was to apprehend Mr. Roberts in Patna.
Well, it looks as though perhaps Mr. Roberts became aware of his identity. Because Mr. Hartwood appears to no longer be with us, unfortunately.
At this, you see Christine just go pale and basically almost pass out.
I tried to catch her.
Yeah, she just falls into the bed. And she's just in shock.
I'm terribly sorry to deliver the news to you this way.
The Countess says, well, I've been keeping Miss Hewitt company this whole time. She is terribly frightened for Mr. Hartwood, and I tried to assure her that he was all right. That, well, it's a trade after all, and Mr. Hartwood is a member of the society, an agent. You do notice that the Countess Natasha is wearing a red robe.
Did Mr. Roberts speak with either of you earlier today? We're trying to see if he may still be on this train with us.
Steen sort of blinks and says, "Yes, Cyril and I went to speak with him shortly after everyone retired. We confronted him, and, well, Cyril told me that it was all right and I could go back to my chambers, to come back here. And, well, while we were confronting Mr. Roberts, he seemed to be surprised that Mr. Hartwood revealed himself as a member of the ASI. He cried out in surprise, and the conductor came. I panicked and responded in French. It's what I grew up speaking. But yes, we spoke to him and he agreed to come with us, but Cyril went back to make sure of something. He wanted to be sure that certain items were truly still with Roberts. Some sort of fezzes or hats. According to what I was told by the society, that these hats were of some historical significance. They were involved in a massacre several hundred years ago. I'm somewhere in Eastern Europe, Wallachia or something, just on the outer reaches of the Ottoman Empire. They must have found their way here, and the ASI wanted them recovered.
Are you familiar with the importance of these? Why so many people are seeking these fezzes?
I do not, but I know that Cyril said that Roberts had murdered someone when he stole them.
That's quite possible. Did you hear anything after you left? Anything in the room next door?
No, maybe a thump. I thought that was perhaps the trunk being brought down.
Perhaps it was.
At this, the Countess says, "And what of my husband? Is he all right?"
He hasn't made an appearance in the corridor just yet. Would you like to come out and... Which room is he in?
He's in room 14. We have been staying in separate compartments as of late to allow for our own space and travel luggage. And she says, it may be, I'm not sure if I should reveal myself in Miss Hewitt's room.
Understandable. And it is a priority to keep both of you ladies safe. So why don't you stay here, keep the window shut, and if you should see or hear anything, please just let us know. Many of us are awake at this point. We're all just outside.
All right.
All right.
As this is all happening inside, outside, you all notice so the following happens. Fergus just says, I'm just going to go get a drink," and stalks off towards the bar. Damien says, "I'm going to go and take a look. Make sure that your friend Fergus, Charles, does not drink himself under the bar."
Who's going? Tenzin or
Demian.
Demian? Yeah.
Damian.
Good idea, Demian. Keep him above ground, please.
Tenzin just says, "Well, if you require my assistance, I shall do my best, but otherwise, I think I shall be in my room. Seems you have this under control."
I would certainly hope so.
A little bit later, a door opens, and you see the Count emerge, along with Colonel James Armitage, from separate rooms. And the Count says, "Well, what is the meaning of this? Why is everyone up at night? Shouldn't we all be sleeping? Where's my wife?"
I don't know. Where is your wife? If she's not with you, then who's she with?
He just knocks on the door. "Natasha!" And then, just, perhaps still sleeping. What is happening? Why are we all gathered?"
The med.
Was that a word? Did you just say that? I don't understand.
There's been a bloody incident.
Was that a meta? Did he say meta?
I think I broke Sarah.
It's 1:30 in the morning. Sarah's
Yeah.
very tired.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm
gonna
tired
take
as well.
much. It's not gonna take
Mhm.
much to break Sarah right now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So,
May I exit?
yes, you may.
Exit stage right already.
I say,
I come out.
there's been as Charles has said, there has been a death on the train.
Murder.
A murder, yes, as he so rightfully says.
A rather gruesome type.
Yes.
There's been a murder on the Calcutta Express.
Dun dun dun. Sorry. The
Tongue.
Title.
the long and short of it is that a man has been murdered, and his face replaced by that of
Wasn't his.
by one who was not his, which leads me to believe, or many of us to believe, that there was indeed perhaps not just his murder, but the murder of that man whose face he has been wearing.
Replaced with.
Correct. The man in
Which-
question. Yes. No. Didn't mean to interrupt you, May. You're
Oh no, I was gonna say,
absolutely
well, like when you say that, May will step out of the other guy's room and say, "Actually, that's a very good point, Sofian. If there has been another murder on this train, but the body is not in this room, we should perhaps check the rest of the train to see
Absolutely, May. Well said.
if it is somewhere else."
Yes. Should we just check the last room in the coach, Mr. Liu?
Yes. Conductor goes over, knocks. "Mr. Liu!" There's no response. Tries the master
boy.
key. "Ah, Mr. Liu, he is... There you are." And, you see, whoever goes there, sees that there is indeed Mr. Liu, and he is sound asleep.
Ugh.
Okay, well, all right, at least.
No need
Timur,
to
if you're there, you do notice that there is a small bottle by the bed.
A ball.
The bottle are sleeping pills.
Mm,
Oh.
out cold.
But he's alive, at least.
Sleeping man with a ball, with a thing of pills here.
He is alive, isn't he? I assume.
Yes, he is breathing.
Thank you, Timur.
yeah.
Appreciate for the affirmation. Yes, I think that if at all possible, we should search the rest of the car. The rest of the train for the body of Simon Roberts. If the only thing that was left was his face.
I would suggest the baggage car.
Seems such a grisly place to find a body, but it of course seems the right place to find a body.
It does seem the most likely. The easiest place to hide something.
I was
Amidst the
just about,
clutter.
I was just about to head to the cargo car.
Well, then should we, at the very least, do it en masse?
Yes. Safety
Yes.
in numbers.
Yes.
Agreed.
Sounds good.
One very, very important last thing. Where the hell is Tenzin?
Oh, he went back to the room.
Okay.
He's sleeping.
No, Tenzin says, "I'm just being here. Hi.
Oh.
I'm not much of a fighter.
No. I just wanted to
I'm-
make sure you were safe, Tenzin. It's just perfectly fine. I didn't see you. I didn't. Apologies. You hide very well.
I was in a cave for 1,000 years, and no one found me.
Except for Peaches.
And like I can just imagine like everybody in the whole car just goes like, "What?"
Yeah, the count just shakes his head and goes, "All right, let's go to the baggage car, see if our murderer is there, and
Of course he's there.
let's maybe get some sleep."
Just in case, do we have arms and armaments of any kind? And those who know how to use them?
May slips her blackjack out of her pocket
Very
and then
good.
puts it back in again.
The count promptly reaches in, pulls aside his coat, and just pulls out a gun.
Oh, shit.
Naturally.
This guy's packing. Colonel Armitage, I'm assuming? His name is... his title
Yeah.
is Colonel.
Colonel Armitage goes into his room and comes out with a cavalry sable and says, "I'll just stay here and ensure that the other passengers who are not combat ready are secure."
Cavalry saber. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Right. Just a moment. And I'm going into my own room and taking out my Webley revolver.
May calls down the
Ammo
hall.
killer.
Tenzin, do make sure the window in our room is secure.
Of course, Mrs. Chang. It will be very secure.
I'm just gotta crack my knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
You take those brass
Yeah, bring
knuckles,
your gun.
brother. Take those fucking
Yeah.
brassies.
I thought he already had brass knuckles.
Oh, he's got...
Yeah.
Oh, you got two?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
And so, Dr. Maul will also stay in this area.
As he should, because if he dies, the space-time continuum, like I said, right? It's
Will
just-
collapse.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can't do that.
I run back to the room and grab my gun and make sure the window is locked.
I leave my gun behind at this point because it is moderately useless.
Hey, that's why I stick to punching.
I bring my billy club.
That's why I got the blackjack.
Hell yeah.
My brawl skill is higher than my firearm skill, so
Same.
not by much, because I'm tiny, but it's still better.
All right, let's move, y'all.
Oh,
My
dear.
size is 40, you
Do you
guys.
wanna-
I am small.
Do you want us to, like, all collapse into an area so you can grab us, or what do you want to do?
I think I've grabbed
Oh,
all
sorry,
of you right
50,
now.
but
Okay,
still.
super.
Yeah,
Yep.
Colonel Armitage is there. And yeah, you go and you pass into the salon car where there is
Shit.
Demian and Fergus. Fergus is just like rumbling into a fifth of a drink of whiskey, just going. The crazy things you end up hearing at these places. People climbing onto trains. Yeah. Great Scott.
Can't make
you
it
see,
go any faster, Captain. I got no more coal.
We got
Oh.
no more lithium coal crystals, sir.
so you also pass by a
You
sleeping
can't
cook.
push it anymore.
The cook.
Pass by a sleeping
She
cook.
won't take it.
Do I have a sleeping thing? I think there's a sleeping one.
There's like a little ZZZ thing, yeah. You can right-click on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Where are you? Yeah, whatever. Okay. And
Piggy's why.
you finally arrive as the conductor has now kicked into locking the cargo car after Tenzin's escapade.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself in this part of the map.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy.
Time to take a look around the cargo car.
Right.
What
All right.
do we see?
Is anything labeled?
There are several. There's of course some certain pieces of luggage that are yours, but there are also several other pieces of supplies, luggage, and the like. Looking around, you do notice that there are a couple of longer crates, namely over here.
Does anything seem out of place or askew?
Actually, won't we spot hidden?
All of us, or just the one?
Yeah, sure. All of us, all of you like.
Mm.
Getting a little late.
Yeah.
Regular.
Okay.
Regular.
Okay.
Regular.
Should I go for it? Just in case that you guys miss something? Should I go for it?
Might as well.
Okay. Regular.
Ooh.
I mean, it had to happen sometime.
Charles, you want to roll? There you go. Okay, so Timur and Chang Mei, two of you as you're going around, you do notice that you notice two different things. Chang Mei, as you've been going through, you are, I think you might be sensitive to different kinds of smells. And there's been a perfume that wasn't in the train before. It's not bad, it's like it's covering up something.
Does anybody else smell that?
Timur, as you start to approach some of these crates, like let's say you go to this one,
Right.
right? You notice that this has a tag on it. It says, delivered to Arthur Baxter, Rajgir.
Arthur Baxter Bernarskier?
No, Arnold Baxter,
Arnold.
excuse me.
Yeah, Arnold Baxter.
And delivered in Rajgir.
Huh.
And you notice that these are rather long crates. Maybe around, I want to say, 6 1/4 feet long. 6 feet long.
I'm gonna follow the smell.
Yeah.
Oh.
As you follow the smell, you go over here. And as you sort of mention the smell, the count says, yes, there's something smells over here.
What is the temperature in this car?
The temperature is pretty cool, actually, because it's nighttime.
Almost tempted to want to check what's in this crate.
Yeah, May is going to steel herself because she's fairly certain she's going to find something horrible. So a few deep breaths, and then she will open the crate that smells.
Okay. Timur, what do you do?
I'm kind of secretly like puzzling at saying the name of the crate, checking to see if it's locked. Is it locked?
It is not. It is not locked.
Hmm. Alright, might as well pop it open.
You pop it open.
Yeah.
Chang Mei, you also pop open this one. And Count Roland opens up the third. And he just holds his nose and looks down. What is this? Chang Mei and Timur, the two of you are each looking down at a Russian man. Timur, you recognize this man. From outside the museum.
On my own.
And Sofian, next to you, next to Count Roland, you see the body of Patrick Moore, the conductor.
What the fuck?
And each of these bodies have a sheet of paper pressed over their face. And you see the conductor.
So who's this conductor?
The conductor sighs and just says, I'm afraid I must announce that the next stop will be your last. And reaches up to the side of his jaw and rips off his face.
Oh my god!
Everyone roll sanity, and that's where we're gonna end it.
Oh my god, you son of a bitch! Jonathan! Oh my god!
So fail shit.
They're gonna eat you! And then they're gonna eat us!
I mean,
my god!
I mean, it's just a Thursday.
Oh my god.
Just face ripping, face ripping, face ripping.
Yep. Okay.
Sanity. Here, hold on. This is a chance for me to fuck this up. Here we go, folks. Yep.
Hey!
Hey! Fucked it up.
Alright, so how bad is it for those of us who fail?
Everyone who failed rolled 1d6.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh shit.
Jonathan.
Because you're watching
Come on,
a
low,
living guy do this.
4.
Oh, damn! Hold on.
Okay.
I swear, if I roll a 5 or 6, I'm gonna be in deep.
Oh!
Man.
Chris. Chris. No, Chris, I'm taking the 4.
You're taking the
Oh,
4?
that was
I'm thinking-
kind.
That's nice.
You rolled a
Yeah.
D8.
I'm taking the 4.
Okay.
He's nice.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Adios, muchachos! Adios,
shit, are you
muchachos!
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be a bout of madness.
no.
You need
I do have to roll an int. I have to
You have
roll
to
an
roll
int.
Oh.
Now, I don't want to fail this. I don't want to. Oh no, I
wanna
do
fail
want to
this.
fail this. I want to fail this, but I'm a very smart guy. This is
Yeah.
bad. This is super bad.
Well, pray that you're stupid.
I can't pray. Actually, I can pray that I'm stupid, but my intelligence is 70.
Matt, you can dare to be stupid.
I can dare to be stupid.
Dare!
Well, you know, I did it. I dared, and I succeeded.
Failed by 1 point.
I dared, and I succeeded to be stupid.
Oh man.
That's something
Is
I-
it-
Dared to
I've
be
always,
dumb.
I've always.
Is the
dreamed
bout
it.
of madness 5 points or more? Is that what causes that?
Yeah, five
Okay.
or more is temporary insanity.
Temporary insanity. Got it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so everyone please deduct that
Oh
Um,
Christ!
Done.
as the train begins to pick up speed.
Oh God!
Oh.
There's no knowing where we're going.
Sandstorm.
So
There's
yeah,
no earthly way of knowing.
Yes,
oh boy,
Which
that is where we're going
direction
to.
that was good, Jonathan. That was good.
Yeah.
I am glad you're
nice.
having fun.
Damn.
And
So you said that. So we're both just to clarify really quickly, so Timur and I are both each looking at a different Russian man,
Yes.
and the one that he recognized from outside the museum, does he recognize him because he's the one who's missing some fingers?
No, because
Okay, different one.
because so the guy who's missing fingers,
Is the one that I
that-
saw on the roof. That's
Yes,
why I wanted to know,
correct.
because I would recognize
Timur
him.
recognizes this guy because he's wearing the exact same thing he was wearing when he appeared outside the museum.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, this is the guy that got beat up. Maybe.
Listen.
I don't
This
know.
is-
We were there. I'm just putting it
So to remind Timur and everyone else who was in observance, this was one of the 3 Russians of Timur's friends who came to apprehend Vincent Harlow, who clearly
Oh, okay.
got out.
Gotcha. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He was
Alright.
he was 009 and not 007.
He was
Well,
Sean Bean.
Exactly.
Mhm.
006.
Sean Bean always dies. Awesome, Jonathan. Thank you so
Died
much.
so well. That's why he gets
Nicely
passed like that.
done.
well,
Can't wait to find out what was under his face in the next session.
A skull.
we'll see. But for now, thank you everyone for joining us tonight on this wild train ride of an adventure. Let's go around the horn and remind everybody where you can find each other. Because honestly, we're all on our own rails of wonder, I guess. Starting to my side, it is going to be Vanessa. Where can we find you?
You may find me on the Instagram at vanessa.malanga and hanging out in our Discord channel, which is a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Next up, it is Christopher. Chris.
Hello, everyone. You can find me on the interwebs at Endymion's Fury. Here on Twitch, which I've been doing live fishing streams Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Oh, damn, really?
4:30 Central. Yeah.
Hell yes.
I'm gonna
Nice.
try and do one tomorrow if it doesn't rain. It rained on Wednesday, so I had to cancel. So maybe tomorrow.
That sounds fantastic.
4:30, 5 o'clock Central, for about an hour. Maybe I have to fix a few things, but anyway, that's what I've been doing. You can also find me on the Instagram at the same handle. Thank you all.
All right. Next up, we got Matt.
Hey folks, Matt here from Slices and Dice. Thanks so much for watching this awesome, amazing part of the ongoing Children of Fear adventure from our amazing keeper, Jonathan. If you want to watch more cool-ass RPG videos, you can catch us here Thursdays and Fridays, most of the time here, or check us out on our Discord, which those of you who are still here in Twitch chat, you can see the link's been posted. Thanks so much, Chris. If you're watching this on VOD, then just check in the links below the doobly-doo for more information where you can catch us in all of our social medias and all that jazz. Yeah.
All right. And next up, we got Sarah.
Hello, I am Sarah. You can find me on the interwebs at Lovely Llama on Instagram or Lovely Llama with 2 L's in Lovely on Reddit. You can find me on our Discord where I try to stay active and usually fail. And here on Slices and Dices, most Thursdays and Fridays, playing all kinds of games. That's
Hell
it. I'm
yeah.
tired. That's all I got for you.
And last, certainly not least, pulling up the caboose, the Russian on a mission, Tauron, playing as Timur.
Punching Russian.
Right, I'm Tauron. Yeah, I'm also tired. You'll definitely find me on Twitter at Camerano, where I'm just
It's X.
posting.
It's X now. Just FYI. It's X. You can't call it Twitter anymore.
I'm gonna call it Twitter.
You damn straight, yeah.
Face was
Screw that.
amazing.
He was like, the fuck?
Man.
Whatever, you'll find me on there posting random art. Shut up. Posting art, shenanigans, just Brandon Media. I'm tired as hell and I need to sleep.
You get
So-
to
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
Media.
Mm.
I love it.
And I'm Jonathan. You can find me on Twitter at freshly_zested or Instagram at blue before orange. You can find me also here around, sometimes on Alien, sometimes just on a train. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And do catch us whenever you can. And remember, take care of each other. But don't forget to take care of yourselves. Good night, everybody.